Goodbye, gozaimasu. Rowdy.
Fucker.
Cop.
Killer.
In Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Mine. I understand that this game is banned in schools across the country because of its seditious remarks against certain ethnicities and its pivotal role in leading towards World War II. But I think that Minecraft may have some relevance to our current economic and political situation, so we're reviving it for this Let's Play. If you get what I'm trying to
Uh,
say.
I don't. Oh, we're reviving it.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
Right.
what the fuck is happening right now? I've not played Minecraft in like years, so I have no idea what I'm in for. This is a nightmare, though.
Oh, is it building the world?
I guess so. I guess so.
Wow. Should have fucking figured it out. Hey, great. You started the video game.
It's amazing,
That's
isn't it?
spectacular.
Ben,
Hey, what happened to RFCK texture pack, you dummy?
we were just talking about it. I don't
I
have it
know.
installed.
I want to call attention to the fact that
I,
you should have it.
I don't know
I
where it
don't.
is. I haven't.
Yeah.
My long story to history with Minecraft is I played it when I was a kid, and my eventually they had to update all of their servers, right? So they had to consolidate power because they were bought by Microsoft. So my old Minecraft Gmail was unfortunately got corrupted and I was no able to log in. So just for like a couple years there, I wasn't able to play Minecraft, even though I had rightfully bought it due to their acquisition by by Microsoft and their evil company policies. So I'm playing again. We're making the Minecraft comeback.
Hmm.
Ooh. Ben,
Naturally. Yeah.
2 years of Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers. Or I guess not. I mean, we've been going for that for like 4 years or something, I think. But now, 2 years of
Yeah.
endless war. Why is it
2 years
so
of endless war. When was the first? Ooh, I wonder when the first Rowdy Fucker, not endless war, but Rowdy Fuckers was.
I remember off the top of my head, it was like very, very close to 2 years before the start of Endless War. Like within the span of a week, I believe.
Hmm. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's Okay, I see. Okay, nuclear. The first one, Nuclear Throne, was April 11th, 2016. So almost 4 years ago.
Man,
Uh,
time flies, doesn't it?
where does it all go? Uh,
At that point,
anyway, here we are.
that was like I'm trying to think about the timeline here because that was before Radcon 2, right? That was before I think that was just after BronyCon, right? Because it was
That
definitely
was
I think it was before the first Radcon actually.
was I? Oh, was that before I moved in with Digi?
I think it might have been, yeah. Because the first Radcon is when you moved in with Digi, and I'm pretty sure the first RSK was
Yeah.
before the first Radcon.
Yeah. You, I don't remember. Like in my mind, RFCK started, but I don't remember doing it before Radcon 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we did. Oh, okay.
I mean, it was a very like me and you and Devu all just played Nuclear Throne, and we decided to do a podcast together because we had all played Nuclear Throne. Like no one, like we were not deciding to make a whole new series or a whole new show. It was just like you want to talk about Nuclear Throne and play it, and it turned into a clusterfuck. Oh, got it,
Yeah.
dude! Look at all these people.
Me and Tom just did something like that today. Guess what we fucking recorded today?
The Buster Cast. I
The
saw.
Buster Cast.
It's very
Yeah.
sad.
It's going up. It's going live
For
in a
a,
matter of seconds.
for a while there, I thought that racial tensions were starting to ease and that we were starting to enter into a new realm of social awareness of the issues facing minorities.
No,
But I guess
that's because you're stupid. Is
I-
why you thought that.
I guess Ben Saint came back and made racism legal again. That's unfortunate.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my God, Mun, epic! Someone just died here, and I have no idea how or why. It's epic. We just got back from a Radcon. I think that you guys probably recorded an episode about it, but I was not there. But I want to talk about Radcon 4 because it felt strange It was a very surreal experience doing a RadCon again after not doing it for so long. And
It
then the weird fact that it just flew by and it felt like it didn't even
it felt
happen.
so insubstantial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like
It
yeah.
was like a puff of air,
It was
even
like
though it was so fucking long.
and it was agonizing. It was like cruel. It was cruel and unusual.
I
It was
mean,
it,
it was fine. It was good. It was fun. But it
yeah.
was over in like a second.
There were a lot of like, big recordings where we had to break out the Victor camera and we had to, film scenes over and over and over again. Oh my god, what's happening? Where am I? Oh, is this poison ivy? Sweet berries. What the fuck? I have no idea.
I
Yeah, it kills me. I don't understand why.
I'm I'm is I didn't realize that Tom Oliver's channel is like 128 subscribers. It's like he has a personal channel that's like never uses. I guess his over on like Rebel, is it Rebel Pixel or Polystation 2? That would be it, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Why are you
Anyway,
getting the stats?
I want I just want to fucking put it on the fucking I just want to get it on the fucking in the description in the end card. There, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Epic.
Yeah, okay. Um
But yeah, it was weirdly like it wasn't even really hyped up because I forget what the initial impetus for it was, but like Radcon 4 just kind of like it felt like the planning for it just kind of like happened in one meeting. I feel like we were talking about the future of the show in one meeting, and they're like, "Well, you know what we gotta do is we gotta do a Radcon," and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I guess so, huh?" And then we just started looking for houses, and then the ball just started rolling like out of the blue, really. And then we planned it for like
but
2 months in
it-
advance, and then it
yeah.
snuck up on us. And then I was like, oh shit, I didn't prepare at all. And so I spent all of RadCon preparing for my lecture. And then we did those recordings. It felt like it was just like, oh, a couple days, and then it was it. It was over. And it felt weird because like a lot of the other radcons, right, it felt like they were like super long in a weird way where there was a lot of time just to like hang out and just like talk. And meanwhile, like I think a part of it may be that like a lot of the stuff involved all of us, right? So
Yeah.
there was not a lot of time for like some guys to be recording while other people were doing nothing. There was a lot of like we all have to be here, or like none of us have to be here because they're setting up for another thing where we all have to be there, right?
I mean, a lot of us, more of us did lectures, and the lectures went really long. Like more than most of the lectures were like 4 hours long or more.
Is that I don't, it felt like that. I don't know if that's true though. I think
It is no, it is true. Yours was fucking long. Nate's was fucking long. Tom's was fucking long.
Nate's felt like longer than it was. I
Nate's
was surprised
felt.
that it was only like 4 hours.
Uh, I mean, I had to go and like lie down.
Hmm.
It was too long for me. I couldn't handle it. Um, Nate's was the longest,
Hmm.
but yours was not much. Yours and Tom's were not much shorter.
Tom's was epic
Um,
though. Tom's was so
Tom's
cool.
was epic. Tom's was too good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I just want everyone. Well, I mean, mine's my favorite, but
Hmm.
Tom's is second. Tom's is
Hmm.
second place.
Right.
Um, okay. You know, um, I I think Radcon 3 was like very unstructured. We spent a lot of time at Radcon 3 like thinking of like what should we do now. Radcon 4 there was like never a moment where we were like what should we do? It was always like here's what we're doing.
It's either here's what we have to do or here's like what we have been like planning to do, aka just like the lectures.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that that was? I mean, I guess there's no reason
I
to
don't think it's
fret
good or
really.
bad, but I
Yeah,
do
it
think
just
it's
is a
why
thing. Yeah.
the time flew by so much.
Hmm. And I had to leave like a day earlier. Did anything happen on that final day?
Um, I don't. Well, I mean, you missed Hippo's lecture, right?
Right, I did.
Other than, I mean, that and probably we did a stream,
Hmm.
so not really.
Okay. It sucks though because I didn't actually have to go. The reason I went back home early is because I was gonna go back to school, but fucking coronavirus happened and no one was allowed back at school, so I didn't even have to come back.
Ugh,
Sadly.
stupid. good. Are you getting so you're doing online classes now, right?
Yes, I'm doing online classes,
Please
remote
tell me,
learning.
please tell me you don't have to pay full tuition to do online classes.
There is a refund for housing, but the tuition itself is not being refunded or
Well,
halved.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit, and like everyone is mad. And I mean, it's, I wouldn't say it's up in the air, but like the pressure, from what I can understand, is immense to the point where things may change due to the backlash. But I'm unsure.
It's almost like college is a big grift.
It is almost like that, isn't it?
You'd
It's
almost suspect. Um,
But yeah, it's a nightmare. Your life is your life changing at all?
no, I mean functionally no. Well, the only thing that's different is that my roommates are around more, and I'm playing board games with them
Mm,
sometimes. That's pretty much it.
that's pretty cool. That's a
It's
pretty
fine.
positive social change.
I guess it's fine. Well, you would think so, but actually, I feel bad. I don't know. Something about the enforced quarantine. Even though I didn't leave my house much before, not being able to like makes me upset,
Oh, totally. Well, I mean,
and I feel mad all the time.
yeah, well, at the government or at the situation before the world.
I just feel no, it's not. I don't feel mad. I just feel I despair.
Hmm.
It's like I don't know. Up until now, I've been like a homebody. I don't go out very much, and it's been like okay, but I could if I ever wanted to,
Hmm.
and now I can't. And it's like a punctuation. It's like an exclamation point
Hmm.
at the end of a
Or,
sentence
or at
that
the
I have.
beginning of a text command, to be more apt.
It's like a if you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
If you get what I'm trying to say, yeah.
and it's like well now hey, you've been doing this anyway, right? It's like well here now you gotta do it, and I'm like ugh, this makes me feel bad.
I get what you're saying. It's almost
Now that the privilege has been taken away from me, I suddenly want it back.
it was weirdly it's strange. It feels like coronavirus really snuck up on me, like with Radcon 4, where it was like I knew about it. Obviously, everyone knew about it for a long time, but then like during Radcon, it went from far away issue to like oh. Now we have to stay inside forever. Like, we don't get to go
Mm.
outside. It just is like a new thing. And it's weird
Yeah.
because it's like, I would wager, like, maybe me the most, maybe not the most, that's somewhat bold, but like, I am one of the more shut in PCP members. Like, before college specifically, like, I did not leave the house because I was in like a suburb of California, which is like, AKA a prison in all but name. And there
Mm.
was no way for me to go anywhere, so I just stayed in the house the entire time, like all of my days. And so you would think that it was like, I don't know, I'm just going back to the way things were. I'm just going back to like pre-college Munchie. But now it's like I've become so accustomed to going outside every single day where it feels like I can't believe anyone lives like this. I can't believe that this is how I used to be. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Uh, I
It makes you
don't
like
know. It's upsetting and it makes me mad. That's all I have to say. I feel bad constantly. That's it.
it's not a
That's
good
all it
scenario.
is. No.
It makes you like, for me at least, it makes me cherish all the excuses I can give myself where it's like, oh well, I have to go outside because I have to eat food, right? Like this that that's valid, but it's like, it's weird that I have to like play this game with myself where it's like I cherish all the opportunities where normally they would be chores, where it's like, before going to the grocery store, it's like, oh God, just fucking kill me. I don't want to leave the house. But now it's like, I'm leaping at every opportunity. Oh, we're low on bananas, dude. Don't fucking worry, dude. I got bananas. We got bananas at the grocery store. I'll be right fucking back. Don't worry, dude. I've
I
got
went
you.
um I went to Whole Foods yesterday, and I like fucking geared myself up like a wasteland warrior.
Hmm.
Like I was wearing like my mask and my bandana
Hmm.
and like, wearing gloves and shit. I looked like I was looking very post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking like an Antifa super soldier.
People are
Uh,
saying like, oh, you live in interesting times, like apocalypse. Oh, well, how interesting. You should mine this for creative pieces. But like, it's the most boring apocalypse humanly imaginable. It's the most boring, interesting times I can feasibly imagine. It's not like, people are out there in the streets. There's like a revolution happening or anything. It's not like there's anything really happening. It's the lack of anything. It's just boring. It's the most boring, interesting times that I can imagine.
this is probably how history feels most of the time.
I guess so.
Just like bad.
I guess that's a very
Honestly,
privileged thing to say.
no,
That
nobody
I'm.
likes. Huh? What?
I was gonna say it's a very privileged thing to say, like what I was saying. That it's like I can be like, oh, it's very
Mm.
boring, but people are fucking dying. But from my perspective, and I assume most of the people watching this show, it's probably gonna feel the same.
Um, I think probably like wars probably feel mostly like super boring too.
Hmm.
You know, like it's not like when there's a war on, it's like constant action.
Hmm.
It's just like, probably a long time of like nothing happening and you're afraid. And
Hmm.
then maybe if you're unlucky, something happens really fast and then you're dead.
Yeah,
Lol.
if you're lucky.
I said unlucky, but yeah.
Okay.
Um, mm, mm.
How long do you think this is gonna last?
This podcast, oh, it can't be over fast enough.
I know the coronavirus.
Um, couple months.
Yeah. I really wanted to do
Yeah.
another RFCK con, and I was planning to do it like this summer, around like when I got out of school, maybe even around this time because anniversary and stuff. But this obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Has made travel scary, kawaii to coin an Oriental phrase from my long times in the Ottoman Empire.
Um,
Those are like the coolest things about Endless War is the meetups.
the Ottoman Empire.
No, not no,
Oh,
you
the
fucking
meetup.
freak. Yeah, not. Well,
Um,
that's a big part of it too, honestly.
um, I mean, the meetups feel very different from like what the game actually is. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, we're not shooting each other. Well, I guess we are.
Well, we are in a
Yeah.
way. I don't know. I, whatever. Maybe this is dumb, but like they feel disconnected from the game itself. They kind of feel just like a separate thing.
I have no idea like what that's supposed to mean. Like, of course they're separate things. Like they're
Yeah, of course they're separate things, but I mean I don't know. I mean they're I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
No, shut up.
epic.
Um, I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
It was really cool, the last one, where we were just inside this old grandma's house and we were able to just like kick back and hang in this weird, sort of like goofy, silly, old Boston house and just scream about slime and rave and do the lecture, which was epic and has a bunch of new people playing the game again for the it's a cave system, for the first time in like a billion years. It's really breathed some life into the game, and it's pretty epic. Pretty down for it. Pretty into it. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Ooh,
Um,
look at some lava. Look at this.
how many people like joined the game?
Diamonds.
Did a lot of people join after like the lecture?
A,
Did that do anything?
a lot of people joined after the lecture. That's what I was just saying. Is that
Okay.
there's like a ton of new people, a ton of new faces, and they're all pretty epic if you ask me.
Well, you say it. Well, how many is a lot?
I
Do we have numbers? Do we
Well,
have stats?
it depends on how like what you want to know by how many people, because like technically, I think like Matt was keeping track. I think there was like something like over 100 new people joined the game, but
Mhm.
as in they entered the server. But there's a decent. I would say like upwards of like 40 new like faces who have talked and interacted. I actually did
That's a
a.
lot.
It
That's
is.
actually quite a few.
I know exactly. Um, I hosted a tour of the city. I went on Speed Levitch and I did a tour of Nalaka where I just like added every new guy and said, "Hey, meet me in downtown. We're gonna go to every district and tell you what happened in each district and what the deal is with it." And it was really cool to see so many people like the game's been up for 2 years. You think this is as big as it's ever gonna get. This is all the people who are ever gonna play this game. This is it. And then you have all these people being surprised when I tell them about like how the food court works. And dude, Taco Bell and KFC are in this game. Like what? When it's like the most fucking passe thing
So
I can.
funny.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I see.
Maybe there's some life to this thing yet.
Maybe maybe we've didn't maybe it wasn't all for nothing.
Ooh.
Um
I always
I
think
am
about. Oh yeah.
I am okay, sorry, but as I just released the Buster cast and right now I am trying I planned it out I have like two very specific places where I want to put ad breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I gotta scrub through and find like exactly the place for perfect for maximum artistic merit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna say something about RFCK new players. I was gonna say I always think about how like I have this sort of weird. I would say it's probably influenced by the fact that we're a part of this greater sort of analysis, film critique, YouTuber regurgitation sphere. But I always think about zooming out and viewing our shows in the context of like, I wonder what people are gonna say when this shit eventually ends, because everything has to end. And I'm wondering about. I always think about it. It's probably not helpful, but I think about like where we are on the timeline of like, I wonder how long this is gonna last. I wonder how long RFCK is gonna be a thing, not just like me and you, but I wonder how long like the server will exist as like endless war people are playing. I mean, I guess it's the sort of thing where theoretically it could go forever, right? There's no natural endpoint. So,
I mean, I imagine it will end when like Discord is no longer widely used.
mm-hmm.
I don't see why it would end before that.
When Skype 2 comes out and everyone flocks back and says that they.
Yeah, basically. I mean that or like if Discord stops being and I mean even then we might just like port it somehow. I don't know. There would probably be like a big initiative. I mean, unless like interest has completely like fallen to zero,
Mm-hmm.
we would. I imagine there would be an effort to, yeah, port it
Mm-hmm.
to a new platform or whatever, which I'm sure could be done with enough dedication and elbow grease.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder if it'll. I don't know. I feel very. I think it's part of the fact that we're inside all the time again. I feel very reflective nowadays. This
I
is.
do too. I think about death all the time now.
Yeah, you think it's
Yeah.
tied to Rona, brah?
No.
Okay.
No. It's not like I'm afraid to die. I mean, there is that. I am afraid to die of the Rona, but it's not like that's what I'm thinking about. I just think about death in general.
Recently,
Yeah.
how come? Why do you think?
Well, I mean, it's not like I never did before.
Yeah,
It,
that seemed to be lurking under the surface of a lot of Ben Saint discussion. It's just the sort of like, "Ha, I'm also scared of dying, guys." Lol.
you think so?
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten that vibe from you before.
I'm super scared of dying.
Hmm. I guess what could be worse?
Yeah. I mean, true. But everyone is though, right? It's not like that's unique to me.
It's not. It's not unique to you. I don't know. I have no frame of reference for exactly how uh, much you think about it.
Mm, a whole bunch.
Yeah. What do you,
Yeah.
Ben? You die right now. What do people say?
What do they say?
Yeah. What do they say? Are they happy? Are they sad?
I mean, I imagine they'd probably be more or less sad. They would probably say, you know,
At least you don't have to hear that guy talking about communism on the
God,
PCP.
yeah,
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
America will never be a socialist country. Fuck that guy. Um, um, I don't know. They'll probably say that I was a guy who had. I don't know. I imagine people would miss me a little bit.
Hmm.
People would say that I could have realized more potential if I hadn't died early. You
Hmm.
know, normal shit.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess that's all fine. I would hope that like I would hope that people would say like, boy, I sure was glad. Ben might be gone, but I sure am glad that he was around. It made a difference.
Hmm.
I'm better for having him had been here. That's would be pretty good, I
I think
guess.
it's probably the most you can ask for out of anything. Is just people being happy that you existed at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's the cave entrance? Where is it? Ooh, here it is. Epic. I was gonna say, oh, okay. This is kind of a left turn, but I was going back to like RFCK new people, and this is sort of one of the things I wanted to talk about. So there's a weird sort of I don't even know how to describe it. I guess culture of, dude, the PCP sucks. I hate the PCP. Not as in like all of us individually, but like the
The
show.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially in the RFCK audience. And I feel like I've sort of like played into it in a way that maybe I shouldn't have.
Oh, definitely we have.
Yeah, we definitely have.
Definitely, we talk all the times about how much we hate Nate heads and Digi heads.
Well, that's part of it. I think, I mean, like, a lot of people are like, well, no, yeah, that is part of it. Yes, agreed, period. Um, and it made me think about, if you remember, Ben, all those times where we recorded art, like old RFCKs, like back, like Atlanta bin RFCKs, way back in the
Mm.
day. And they would all be like prefaced and then like ended after we stopped recording with like a big long like time of shit talking. And in my life
Yeah,
since
I
then,
do remember that.
I've continually like grappled with the fact that I am really unhappy with the fact, and I find it like a very what literally what is happening right now? How do I get this to stop being what's happening right now? I don't want this to be on screen right now.
I
Okay,
don't know what you're referring to.
the side box of all of these
What?
things. Can you not see it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The like recipe
Yeah,
menu.
this is a nightmare. I hate it. But
Okay.
I grappled with the fact that I like gossip too much, and it's a nightmare. And I was wondering because it feels very like I feel like the PCP, something about it as like an institution attracts shit talking for like no real reason. Because I know there's a lot of people who like it's like a joke. It's a big joke in the RFCK community how the PCP sucks. But I get the sense from some people in there and in the PCP comments that like there's something about the PCP that legitimately has attracted a lot of like scorn. And I would almost say something to the effect of like betrayal in a strange sort of way. There's a lot of like ire in some people's voices when they talk about something where I can feel that too, where there's sometimes where I feel like the fucking PCP, I feel so fucking betrayed for no reason and there's no real source of like why I should feel that way. But there's something about it that makes me feel so angry sometimes. Do you ever feel that way where it's like there's no real reason to feel that way about the PCP, but do you ever feel like it's like I
Do
don't
do
know.
I ever feel scornful?
Yeah, yeah, at like the
Yeah,
PC.
constantly.
But like, there's no reason, right? I mean, do you think?
I am like all right, I'm gonna make an embarrassing admission on
Mhm.
here, right?
Well, that's what
Uh,
RFCK is for, so don't worry about it.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not about the PCP. I mean, about the PCP, like I've had reasons to be annoyed at it before, but like these days, I'm like really preoccupied, and I think all the time about how mad I am that Nate is like a shithead.
Yeah, like politically.
Like, yes, it is like it's like very much on my mind and like upsets me
Hmm.
like on a regular basis.
Do you ever?
Um,
I feel like we might have talked about this before, but what? Like, I think like the biggest flaw of my like character as a human being is in the shower. I will fake argue with people that I know, and I will like I will have been thinking about something, and then I will
do
think,
you do you do you do like do you do like do you have the perfect comeback?
Yeah, well, I have it's a
Yeah.
combination of like, oh my, like it's either I was talking to someone and they said something that I fucking thought was so stupid, but I didn't have the words for it at the time, or like I'll have been thinking of something else, and then I would think this person would probably have this to say about this, and it would be so fucking stupid for them to think that because that's such a stupid thing to say, and it's so in
Oh,
character for
dude,
them to
no.
say it.
Okay, I know. Yeah, 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 yeah. I do that. I know what you're talking
It's
about.
so like it's weird. Okay, my like friend circle,
You imagine like a sort of straw man who is making like this like a very like obviously like an easily like counterable argument, and
yeah,
then you imagine like what you would say to that person to
and
destroy to utterly just destroy their ass with facts and logic.
yeah, exactly. And there's something
Yeah.
about it that feels so like good. I mean, I guess it's obvious, you know, you feel good for being a smart person, and this is a way for you to role play being smart without actually having to be smart in the moment. Um,
Hell yeah.
it's pretty epic. There's something about it where it's like my like friend group, right, is the PCP basically. It expands a little bit beyond the PCP borders, but it's basically the PCP and then fans of the PCP, and so it feels like that sort of totem billing in your head of, oh, I fucking hate this guy, and oh, I'm gonna talk about how shit the PCP is. It feels like weird jockeying for power in like a weird sort of political way, where it's like it's fun to talk about the PCP being shit because in a way it shows that, well, I'm in the PCP, but I'm talking about how shit it is. So therefore, I'm not the bad ones. It's other people. And hey, listen, you should like me still, no matter what, right? That's where
Mm.
that's where I think it's probably like coming from the deep recesses of my psyche, where it's like I want to like shift off blame for something that doesn't really matter, like a podcast going downhill in a nebulous
I'm
way that doesn't really
I'm not
matter.
I don't really understand the line of thinking that like the podcast has gone downhill. The podcast is as it ever was.
Yeah,
Some people are weirdly attached to the idea of topics, and like I think that's dumb. I, this is what every time this comes up, this comes up like constantly, and I constantly have to repeat myself that the PCP is what it is, and it will never be anything more. And like it is not the thing. It is not. It is for people who already know us and like know our channel and know who we are and want to hear us talk. But like nobody's going to like find us, listen to the PCP, and be like, oh, you know, it's not discoverable. It's for people that already know us.
right.
It's not like the cornerstone.
That like I have to these I don't feel this way about any other thing, and maybe it's just because I am a part of the PCP. Maybe it's because I like am, you know, closer to it than I am any, oh god, I thought the love was about to follow me, than I am any other like art piece or like podcast or show, anything like that. There's something about it that it just feels very cathartic to want to try and like distance myself from any responsibility of its, you know, quote unquote quality, where it's like you're right, the PCP is always been just a thing for us to talk. Like there's never been any greater ambition than us just
Well,
talking.
like I think my version of that is like I would not like for people. I would not like for people to know me as a guy on the PCP. I have
Mm-hmm.
like my own
Mm-hmm.
stuff that I would rather be known for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I think that might be one reason why I'm sometimes inclined to be like, oh, PCP sucks.
Mm-hmm.
PCP's dumb. I'm the only good one. I'm different.
Yeah.
If I were in charge, things would be different around here.
Meanwhile, it's
Um,
like a collectivized group where any of us have the power to make the change if we truly are dedicated to it. And but like I get that where it's like, you know,
yeah.
oh, if I were dictator of the PCP, then yada yada. But like we all kind of are the dictator of the PCP. If we really want something to happen, then it would have happened.
Yeah, like I mean, at the end of the day, like I probably am like probably like behind maybe Nate. I am probably like one of the most like
Powerful, like
driving
yeah,
forces
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of the PCP as an entity.
Hmm.
I'm like one of the most involved, which is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Why
Well,
is it
yeah,
embarrassing?
because like I said, like I mean, I don't want to be nobody wants to be just the guy from that podcast. You want to be your own guy with your
Hmm.
own identity, which I mean, I think I am, but but like, sure, there are definitely some people, and I don't think they're a majority or anything, but there must be some people out there who only know me as one of the guys on the PCP, and probably the same with you, same with like Tom, Hippo,
Yeah.
probably even like Nate, probably like most people probably found us through Digi.
Yeah.
So, and then some people, but you know what I mean. Like if there's anyone who doesn't know your other stuff but does know the PCP, to that person you are just some guy on a podcast,
Hmm.
and that is the end. That is the beginning and end of your existence,
Do you think we
which is
take?
like, ugh.
I agree with the ugh there, but do you think that that's partly our fault for not having,
I mean, I
like,
think it's inevitable.
yeah.
Like inevitably, there will be people who are not familiar with you outside of the show, and it's okay. It's not a big deal. But the less the less it's the case, the better. Hence me. Oh, fuck the PCP. It's dumb.
Yeah.
That's just a thing I do. But like I actually it sucks. It
Mhm.
sucks.
But actually, it's not good at all, and I don't like it at
No.
all.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how to segue into this, but there's something that I think I appreciate about Digi a lot. And it's the sort of thing where like Digi can like enrage me a lot with the things that he says. But I really do feel like if the chips were ever down in a certain way, then I feel like Digi would probably support me. Do you like
Um. Yeah. Yeah. In most cases, I think that's probably true.
mhm. It's something that
Yeah.
I appreciate where it's like again we were just talking about how like it's so easy to like exist in this backbiting sort of gossipy scenario with the PCP. I think because it's so small and there's like so like there's personality on the line and it feels so pathetic because there's so little to be gained from like shit talking
Hmm.
where it's like at most you maneuver politically in such a way where you have now secured some more fans for you that are more loyal to you than they would have been otherwise because you have voiced concerns. But like that
I
doesn't
mean,
matter fucking at all.
it's yeah. Like I'll say I'll be pretty critical of like Nate or Digi, in those two in particular, Lamau.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the end, like I'll still fucking like I have a pretty limited audience compared to those two, so I don't have that much to offer. But at the end of the day, like I still fucking like retweet them when they like announce projects and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
I want their endeavors to succeed,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and all that shit.
There's something
And
so good about like I don't know. This is sort of weird, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, but there's something I've been really thinking about a lot about like blind loyalty, where you'll go down with the ship if you're the captain, or I guess if you're one of the crew members in the scenario, where it's like it's so easy for me to want to like leave in a weird way, but I would never want to do that because like I don't know. There's something about it where I want to stick around, even if it's a nightmare, or as the people may be saying, or the podcast going downhill or something. But like, I feel like it's bad for me to always feel the need to gossip and be like, oh, fuck the PCP, it's so bad now. Where it's like, I don't know. There's no reason. There's no reason, and I like the guys. That was a completely incomprehensible point. The point is that I like all of the people, and I shouldn't gossip with them so much because I just want to be their friend, and I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like being a podcast person where I have to jockey to be a Roman senator.
um, I don't. For a while, I think I saw like being on the PCP as sort of my like venue for like being in the public eye. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really feel that way anymore. I kind of just show up to the show. I mean, I kind of just show up to episodes now just because it's the thing to do, and also because there's money. But like, I think even if there weren't money, I would probably just keep coming, just because like I don't know, it's tradition. It's just, but I don't think I, I don't really feel like I need the like exposure it offers or anything. I don't.
I mean, there is no exposure. Everyone already knows. Like the PCP is not
Yeah.
growing. Like it just is like the same audience.
Well, I mean, it's grown a little bit now. It's grown more since the like Animorphs lecture came out than like it had in like months before.
That's cool then.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Pretty good, right? I there's a while I was talking with Devu for a while. At like I don't even remember why, but just like after he left, out of the blue, I think I just like linked him something, and then we started talking, and we had a few conversations about like the PCP and about how like shit it was, and it was kind of cool, but
Hmm.
and you know Devu is one of the members who decided to leave like publicly, and that's the sort of you know I was thinking maybe I want to do that just because again it's the sort of thing where it feels like there it maybe I don't know if you feel this way. There's something about it where when the podcast doesn't go exactly your way or when something in the group or one of the members acts a certain way that you don't condone, there's something about it that feels very like oh I guess the only word I can come up with is betrayal. Like it feels like something has changed, and you don't like it, and you feel like,
Mm.
oh, it should have been like this. I should have been the one, or you know, I should have
Can
been the
you
main driver here. I should have been able to lead this. I should, if
can
things
you
were better, if I
can
was
you
doing
give
it.
me an example?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Like I guess it's just okay. This is a very small example. This isn't really, I guess, the most iconic or the best example of it. But something about like I know it wasn't on the topics episode, but there's I knew it was happening, and I knew that
Did you listen to it?
I did not listen to it.
Okay, I talk a bunch of shit about you.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I complain about you and I express confusion at you so like never wanting to be on episodes anymore.
Um, I mean, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to?
I mean, we can if you want, but like not to interrupt your point or anything.
Oh, I was like I knew Nate wanted, or I knew Nate would say what I think that he had expressed before, where it's like topics bring you know structure and stuff like that. And at RadCon, he specifically said something to the effect of like we were going to do a topic episode. I think we were discussing doing the Buster Cast, and he was like, you know, we're doing topics episode, and at some point he said it feels like we can't do those anymore. Like it feels as though because we haven't done something like that in so long, it feels as though that's a sort of um thing that we can't do. And that's I was gonna come in and I had notes and stuff, and I was gonna be like but if you remember, when we were talking about doing topics lists, I said that we could do those whenever we wanted to, and I was gonna be a big pillar of it. And if only I was here, I would be able to drive in a way where it's like, yes, we would be able to do those very frequently and very suddenly, and you know, we would have more Buster casts and stuff like that.
Hmm.
If I were the one leading the helm, but I wasn't, and I am doing it, and I'm not, you know, there's no one to blame if blame's even the right word for something like that, other than myself. But that's the sort of thing where
Hmm.
it's like, I feel as though if like you know if I were to da 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 da, things would be different. Even though the only person stopping me from doing yada yada is myself, and even if I did, there would probably be no real meaningful difference. You want to talk about why I'm not on the show anymore?
If you want, everyone said like you just. I think Kazi said the other day. It's like you just like don't feel like coming on,
Mm-hmm. Uh,
which like I mean, fair enough.
Original like okay, there's a few things going on in this in the thing where this may you know given the conversation it may feel more like a like I dislike the PCP than I do, and that's sort of why I don't want to ever like leave in the same way that any of the others members do. Just because I think there's no point to that at all. There's no point in saying I am leaving the podcast. You know, hard line. This is a capital T thing I'm doing. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be on the PCP anymore. Like,
No, I
yeah,
agree.
yeah,
I would only consider doing something like that if there was like
a big like problem that it
if there was
arised.
like a big problem and something that I felt I needed to make like a serious like statement about
Yeah, hmm
and be like I would only do it in like protest of something.
yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, there's just no point. I mean, you know, I've just have not decided to be on episodes for a while, and a few things. One is I don't really like. I guess I just don't really like it. Is the main thing, and I mean that in both. I don't like being on the show, but more so, I don't like being a host on the PCP, like that being a character trait of me, like you were saying earlier, like this is what people think of me as. And that sort of ties into the fact that I don't really want to be a YouTube personality. And I know I wasn't really trying that hard to be one, I was not trying to game the algorithm before, but even the limited like exposure I had to that world of having to always be on and to do that sort of showmanship for like a living really, because we got money from it and it was a big part of my income for a while. I
Yeah.
really didn't like it. I really thought it was like gay and like shit and fake, um and so I
I
didn't want to do
mean,
it, because I didn't like the
why do you
way.
have to? Well, why do you have to be fake?
um well, I don't mean
I
that
mean,
like.
when I'm on the PCP,
Mhm.
like, I do kind of I do kind of like ramp up the energy a little bit more than I might in like a casual conversation.
Mhm.
So I guess in a way it's like a little fake that way, but like I don't know.
I don't mean
I'm my genuine self, and I express my genuine opinions about
the
things.
reason I said that is because I said gay before, and I wanted to do the fake and gay YouTube comment joke. I don't actually.
Oh,
It being
oh,
fake is
okay,
not a big part
okay.
of
I'm
it.
stupid. I'm
Yeah,
stupid. Okay.
epic. Um, I I don't like a part. Okay, a part of it is that like the PCP isn't the sort of show I want to do, because I've really gotten into, I think through being in college and just like kind of like, I don't know, talking to more people outside of the realm, like I've really gotten it into my head that I really don't want to have the things that I make solely be like, don't you like Munchie? Munchie's cool, right? Dude, Munchie, right?
Hmm.
Come consume this piece of art, which is simply Munchie is here for a little while.
Hmm.
Because I think it's destined to become boring and stupid after a while. And I mean, this is gonna sound pretty pretentious. I think this whole podcast probably will, and I think that I'm probably becoming more and more pretentious by the day, and it's gay. But I feel like I'm really concerned with like quality, almost to my detriment and sort of downfall in a way where I get like, uh, what's the term for when you don't want to go out on stage at this school talent show? Stage fright.
Stage
Yeah,
fright.
yeah. Stage fright. I get stage fright a lot now in a weird way that I hadn't before. Like whenever I like sit down to record something, after like taking a long break from the PCP and after not really doing a whole lot of stuff like this before, and after consuming a lot of like other podcasts and shows and similar things that like I really enjoy, but that like are very, very, very different from what the PCP is. I sort of have like a weird sort of anxiousness when I record in a weird, bizarre, sort of twisted way. Um, and so that's
Um,
part of the reason why I don't
I
like being on.
I get that. I get that with streaming. I don't really get that with the PCP. I guess it's because like if I'm on the PCP, I can like there's not that much pressure because like if I wanted to, I couldn't just go silent and like everyone else will just talk.
Yeah,
um, I don't know. When I'm streaming or something, especially if I'm by myself, it's just like, oh, I have to carry this.
yeah.
I have to like, and if anyone like finds me annoying or boring, like it's all on me.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's precisely because of what we were talking about the shit talking, about the jockeying, where it's like when I go on the lava, when I go on the when I go on the PCP, after having talked in the lunch table about how shit the PCP is and about haha fuck those guys, right? And then I go on. Well, then I better be a fucking good addition to that show, right? Like I better be the savior at that point. Otherwise, I've just uh
Mm.
I've revealed myself to only be saying those things so that I can get one up on my opponents, which aren't my
Mm.
opponents; they're just my friends. But I feel the weird need to distance myself for the aforementioned pride. But yeah, so it's like it's part of that. It's also that like I don't know. I've gotten really autistic.
Sad.
That was the scariest moment of my entire fucking life. That's what it's like recording the PCP, is that moment right there. Oh my god.
Mm.
By the way, the game's so choppy. By the way, I don't know if you can tell how choppy it is. It's really funny. It feels like I'm
Oh,
recording.
I assume that was just screen share that was like that.
No, no, that's the game.
Mm.
It's epic.
Bummer.
I was gonna say something. Oh, like I have like weird autistic ideas about how I would like want a show to happen. But I know that the PCP will never be like that, and not like the PCP is shit and like it's bad. It's just one of those things where it's like, if I were at the helm, yada yada. Again, I am at the helm indeed, and things could be different if I put in the work. But it's like I don't want to, because the PCP is not something I even want to do in concept as a personality driven show, which is something I want to move away from. So that's why I'm not on the show anymore, is because I don't like doing it, because it makes me feel weird recording it, and I think it like sucks, and I'm not good on it, and I don't want to do shit that's bad. Uh, yeah, I don't want to do shit that's bad, and I am bad. Is the reasoning. So
All right.
there's
I don't
no.
know. I don't really relate.
I mean, yeah, and you're on, so
Yeah.
it would make yeah. Uh, I mean, there's no ill. Like, I don't think like it's bad. Like, I think part of what people may think is that like when you're on the PCP, it feels like you're just showing up for like a paycheck, which like could be true. I mean, I think is true to a certain extent, which I don't think there's any
It
real
is.
problem
I
with
mean,
that.
it is part of my motivation for
Yeah.
going on.
Which I don't think is like a huge big deal, and it's like I don't blame anyone for being on the PCP, nor do I think it's like a problem or like any issue. And like again, like there's no like I don't think the show has gone downhill to the point where it's like embarrassing or anything, or even that
It's the
it,
same.
yeah,
Whatever anyone says, the show is at worst as the same as it's ever been.
yeah. I feel the same way. So it's like I feel no sense of fuck the PCP. I'm not protesting by not being on. It's basically just what I want to do is not the PCP. Like I don't want to do it, for all the reasons I was just describing. But I wish no ill will towards anyone on it, or you specifically, or because there would be no reason.
I have ill will towards you though.
Yeah,
So
nah, I know.
specifically.
Ooh,
I'm tweeting the Buster casts.
ooh, you can't say that.
This is gonna be my big break. This is gonna be my moment.
It is gonna be your moment.
The Buster cast is gonna break me into the spotlight.
We're gonna get more views of the Animorphs lecture. We're gonna beat it away all of the competition. It's gonna be easy. Ugh, I can't wait for Canton to take us over.
How genuine? How much do you think that Nate's actual goal, and maybe Nate and Digi's actual goal with Cantent, is to just supplant the PCP, but be in charge now and own it?
Well, like again, I guess they already own the PCP to an extent.
They don't own it.
Well,
They just
well, we all own it. That's
Digi
what I'm
does
saying.
not at all. Yeah, we all own it.
That's what I'm saying, is that like them being in charge. I don't know if that would make any meaningful difference. Also, Digi was definitely like I don't know if he was joking in the sense that he doesn't mean that he wants Canton to be the new thing that people do, but he does like the word takeover was just Digi being autistic and not being able to communicate clearly ever. But that's just a part of him. Like he definitely meant no malice, or like the word takeover implies like a hostile, like against people's wills. It implies like an army marching over a city. Like he doesn't mean it like that. He just means that he hopes that content will be the new thing that the PCP is, which is to say shit low level content that people just do so that they can make money and then make cool art on the side, and it'll just be like an engine for funding their actual art. Is what I imagine that he is saying by that.
I don't know. I don't see the appeal of it.
Well,
I don't really see it succeeding.
Well, the appeal of it is just that it is easy content to do, and then people will eat it up and they will give you money, and then you can spend more time doing the vapors because you won't have to do all of the other jockeying they have to do. It's for political and social clout, like streaming and stuff.
Why would
like
it make more money than the PCP?
Because I guess they're more dedicated to it. I guess they have more of a drive to do it. I don't know why. I don't know why they think it would.
Me either.
Maybe
yeah.
maybe because it's art. It's content that is about popular shows, whereas the PCP is just about us. So it's automatically limited to a slow trickle upburn of new viewers. Maybe they think that because it's more algorithmy, I guess it will have more success. Maybe that's the idea.
I guess.
I
I guess.
why do you feel such apprehension to the idea of content being the new thing that is done?
Um,
Because what I would imagine is that basically nothing would really change. I would imagine there would like, I mean, there's no reason why the PCP as a podcast couldn't still exist. But I think, I mean, I think you said earlier where it's like the PCP as a podcast doesn't need to exist in the sense that it's like that's epic. Like we love recording the PCP podcast specifically. It's just like a means to an end of keeping everyone, you know, relevant and doing a weekly show and stuff like that. But like if something can supplant that, like a canton, if there's like a weekly canton, you know, what's the harm? Like what's the problem?
um, well, if it
Does it
like,
just feel weird that like now Digi and Nate are like actually the head for real? Does it just feel strange?
yeah, well, I think that's yeah. If we can argue about whether it was like a genuine sentiment, but like if Kantan were to like become like basically the new PCP, it would just be the same, but Nate and Digi would be in charge of it.
Mm,
They
I,
would just they would just control it. And I don't know. I think that sucks. It's yucky.
I'm trying to think. I guess I do feel like it's yucky in the sense that it would feel like a coup almost. But I really feel like if Digi were here, he would be like arguing against this like I don't know the phrasing of I don't know. He is the one that said take over the PCP, but I really think that he just can't communicate at all, and that's his problem. And that when you get Digi
I
to explain things, then they sound less retarded than they
I
do when
think
he
that
first says them.
You might be right, and Digi would backpedal on that.
Yeah.
I think Nate genuinely just wants to do that.
But he already has like the admin bonus. Like he does all of the real work for the PCP. He does all of the hard part, which is making the show like happen each week. Like I don't like he. I'm sure.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But he doesn't own it.
What would that change? Like I guess he gets a bigger cut. I guess.
I mean, he would just be in charge of deciding like where the money goes.
Oh, okay. I guess he would just be able to reallocate that in ways he thinks are more productive to making a business. I guess. And that may come at the expense of making good quality podcast. Is that the idea? Oh shit! There's a zombie.
I don't know. I didn't think it that far through.
I decided that I was mad, and then I stopped there.
No. I just like why that's. I don't want him to own it. I don't want anyone to own it. I like that we all own it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of our thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what Kantan is supposed to be. But they sure made it seem like that's what it's supposed to be. It's just like a PCP alternative that is like in somebody that it, like they own instead of now, which they don't.
Okay, well here I'm gonna try and phrase it like this is my best. Okay, I'm gonna steel man Digi. I'm gonna pretend to be Digi and steel man his argument. I think that in his mind, this is what's happening. He is going to make and really push Canton as a new money-making venture, and it will get mad dosh. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I think that this is his plan to make mad dosh doing Canton. And so his idea is, okay, we will have this more successful, I would say almost more normie show than the PCP, because, you know, you can link it to anyone. You can say, hey, you like Sword Art Online, here's a Canton about Sword Art Online, as opposed to, hey, do you know, like, My Little Pony? Well, these guys who did the reviews, yada, yada, yada. It'll be easier to link people, and it'll be bigger and more normie. So there'll be this bigger money-making show, and then he thinks, well, why would anyone want to do the PCP? Because no one really thinks it's the main thing that they do. Why don't they just come over and do Canton? Because it's way more successful, and then everyone will be happy, and everyone will make a lot of money. It will be epic, and it will be straight up epic.
Are you saying that the goal of Cantan is just to make like basically what like Buster Cast, just like highly specific pieces of like content discussing media?
Well, yeah, that's what Buster. That's what what's the name of the fucking show that was just Canton? That's what Canton already is on the channel.
I don't. You think I fucking watch Canton? You think I know what they do over there?
Well, if you were so concerned, then why didn't you check?
Oh.
Well,
I just know I don't like it.
yeah, they do like media reviews and stuff like that. So I guess
So it's just the same thing they do on their own channel, but now there are two of them.
And it's like lower production, so it's easier to create.
Cool. Cantan is a it's not a good name. It's not a good name for a channel. It's not searchable.
I I don't like it because it feel okay. This is very pretentious again. It feels like I don't like the idea of content. I don't like it. Just I wish we all pretended what we did was art still, even though we know it's not.
I mean, I think that's supposed to be like the joke. It's
Hmm.
like, hey, you want like mindless, like, disposable content. Here's some is lol, but also like
It just is what it is. Yeah,
unironically
yeah,
is that. It's
yeah.
not like really a joke at all. Um um but it's like self-aware about what it is, at least, I guess. I think
Hmm.
that's the point of it.
Hmm.
That's fine. I don't know. If people want to make, you know, that kind of stuff. That's fine. I don't have anything against it. I just think the name is bad. The name is not searchable, and it's like an inside joke that like you wouldn't get if you weren't already familiar with them.
Um, did it? I don't even know the origin of the name. Did it just come up in some podcast and they decided let's
I
just
think
make
it's just how Digi says the word when he's being silly.
um
But like, you know, I don't know.
that
It's not searchable.
what I imagine is that they have to
How
do
would you
is
how would you hear about Cantent and be like, oh, if I heard that, I would go and search. Oh, Cantent.
mhm.
No. Oh, okay. Give up.
They're gonna have to put all the variation of spellings in the description and the tags so that no matter what they search, they'll get it. They'll just have to put in normal content too, because some people will just hear it. Because some people will just think that they're saying content weirdly because it's funny, which I guess is the case.
Yeah.
Hmm.
True.
Um,
Ugh.
yeah, name's not good, but I don't know. I think, I mean, as a weirdly sort of outside perspective, like I have no intention to do a canton, especially to move to Virginia Beach to do a canton for like a living, just because
No.
that's not what I want to do.
Never. 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 Never.
But it seems like it just is the PCP two, and it feels like what's the harm? I guess other than the Digi and Nona, which I
When you
guess
say it feels like it's the PCP2, what's the harm? I say if it's the PCP2, what's the point?
okay. That's the skeleton man. Oh, I'm gonna die right now.
Cool.
No, dude, I don't want to die, dude. I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a real bummer. It makes you sad.
It does make me sad.
Just makes me sad that, like, a hundred years hence, it won't matter what happened. It won't matter what I thought about anything. You know.
But at least I will have been mad at Digibro for a while.
Yeah. Cool.
My standing monument.
Oh God. Yeah, pretty much.
Epic. Anyway, the PCP like sucks, dude. Like they don't even read for Urban Dictionary anymore.
That's true. Sad but true.
You hate to see it happen. You hate to not
Wait.
see Urban Dictionary. Dude,
Oh no. I fucked up the tweet. I fucked up the tweet.
how the fuck could you convince yourself to make the PCB dating sim? How did that happen? Literally, how could that have happened?
I mean,
It's epic, but like, why? Like, how could you have maintained sanity while making it?
I imagine that probably the guys making it just like each other and like had a good time working on it with
Hmm.
each other. I think that's probably what propelled it to be finished.
Hmm.
It had to be that. Shit. Okay. Okay.
I was in production for like a year, right?
Uh, like a year and a half. Yeah.
Damn. Cray. Dude,
Uh,
I'm about to go to the Nether, bruh. It's gonna be crazy.
how are you already nethering?
Because I play the game efficiently, like a gamer.
That's awful. That's not
Thanks.
how games are meant to be played.
I'm to
Games are
get
meant to
played
be.
poorly.
Yeah, that's right. You're speedrunning.
I'm speedrunning. Let's
Speedrunning is antithetical to the true gamer spirit.
let's go build a house, Ben. Let's go build a nice little house.
I would have to. Are you in like a server? Could I like jump in if I wanted?
No. I guess I could set one up, but that would be a long time, and it would be stupid, and take like a year to port forward a server.
Whatever. I don't feel like fucking playing Minecraft. You know what I have been playing?
What?
Animal Crossing.
Your roommate has a Switch, right?
Yeah, Caleb. Caleb has a Switch. I jumped on his island.
I
I'm doing pretty good. I'm almost ready to upgrade my house.
I played New Leaf for a little while and I liked it, so I might want to get it. I do have a Switch. I like got a Switch for Smash, played Smash for like 2 weeks, and then like have like never played anything else on my Switch like since. It was a great
Hmm.
purchase. So I should probably get a game to play on my Nintendo Switch for once. It's weird. I like never played video games. It was like a weird thing where as a kid I would game nonstop and it was a big part of my identity where it's like I like Nintendo games. That's a personality point. Put that on my Tinder profile. I like Nintendo games. Um, and then for a long while there, like I did not interact with an interactive piece of software for like years. Basically never played. I would occasionally boot up Civ 5 to play like a round and then quit like halfway
No,
through.
as a kid, I wanted to be playing video games like constantly, like
Hmm.
all the time. And
Yeah.
then like now, I'm like, I don't know. I'll occasionally like distract myself with Pokemon Showdown or something, but
Yeah.
like very rarely do I'm like, time for me to play a video game.
Yeah, no, I agree. But quarantine has made me way like I've been playing video games like constantly. With Cassie Snap here. Cassie Snap, you want a cameo?
What? Yeah, but yeah, what's going on? I wasn't listening.
We're playing video games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I never played Minecraft. Maybe we should play Minecraft.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll play Minecraft after this.
What did you have a question or something?
No, I just wanted you to say hi.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Uh,
We're playing through the Paper Mario's and it's epic.
um, you've played those before, right?
Yes. I played.
Didn't
What?
she like only play Super Paper Mario?
She only played Super and I had played Super but only like half of it. I did not finish it.
Um, people hate on Super. I think
Super's
Super's
epic.
cool.
Super
I think
is
Super
like
is cool.
it's like
Even though it
yeah.
doesn't have that same like JRPG style that everyone loves about the other ones.
No,
It's
yeah.
still awesome.
The Mario RPGs are like by far like the best RPGs because action
Well,
commands are just like they make the game like playable.
I mean, I mean, those are fine. That's like a pretty minor. It's like a pretty minor point in the grand scheme of things.
What? No,
Mostly they're just like charming.
I like love the Mother games. And like Mother
Mhm.
3 has a sort of action command system with music, but like I like cannot stomach playing RPGs where there aren't action commands. I hate them viscerally. I cannot play them for any longer than like a minute.
Really.
Yeah, like I can't do it. I hate
I mean,
it.
I grew up playing like Final Fantasy VII and
Mhm.
stuff. Final Fantasy VIII did kind of have action commands, a bit. Seven.
They're just awesome. That's why
didn't.
Undertale's epic. Is because they have like a weird battle system that's awesome.
Mm.
No one like cares about that part of Undertale. That's like a shoot 'em up sort of weird dodging system. But that's like the coolest part of Undertale to me. I only care about action commands in RPGs.
I mean, it didn't invent the idea.
Well, sure. I mean, obviously, but I'm saying like it like that's cool. It's cool. I like it.
It's cool. It kind of like fades into the background as the game goes on.
It does. It doesn't really get innovated on.
It's only at like certain like really like it's like boss battles that like you like remember that it's a thing and are like invested in it.
Mhm.
You know. Well, I guess that's fine because like it mostly fades into the background unless it like suddenly becomes important, and then you notice it, which is I guess is how a mechanic should work. Lol. Yeah, good game. It's a good video game.
I thought you hated Toby Fox.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I thought you like hated him. I think you thought that you didn't deserve it. It being anything.
No. When did I ever say that?
I'm pretty sure that's.
I mean, I do think Undertale is overrated, but like, that's not to say that it's not good. Like, it's, it would be hard to not be overrated when you're as appreciated as Undertale is.
Right.
Although, have we like come around on that? Has culture sort of like swung? Has the pendulum swung the other way, and like people are kind of like lost enthusiasm for Undertale now?
I think it like Undertale has become one of those things where it's like it's so memeified, where it's like people think about like Dude Lol Sans more than they think about like the actual game.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So in that way, they probably don't really like Undertale
But
isn't
do
that big of
people
a
not? But do
deal.
people not think it's as good as they used to,
Hmm.
or do they just not care about the actual product itself?
I think they might just not actually care about the project itself. I think people like don't think about Undertale anymore. They think about like Sans.
Are people still I don't know. Is Deltarune like still relevant?
They're like people make like yaoi fan art of Deltarune, but that's basically it. Like
Damn.
Deltarune was just like a defibrillator for the Undertale porn community. That's all
It
it
was
was.
a stimulus package.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh man, I have been having a lot of fun recently, trying to like fill out forms and like obtain facts pertaining to how I can squeeze as much money out of the government as I possibly can. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. You and Tom have been going crazy in the PCP chat.
I mean, I've been doing a lot more of it than like I did talk to him and like explain to him like all the stuff that I had found and like
Yeah.
possible venues for that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, but like I've been like checking like websites and stuff, like waiting for updates to try and be like, okay, like when do I make my move? Um,
Hmm.
um, it's great. It seemed for a while like I might be able to just get $10,000 for nothing. I don't think that's going to work out. I might get something for being like a sole proprietor of what might loosely be described as a business.
Hmm.
Um, I might be able to get something for that just as like a forward that doesn't need to be paid back, which would be so fucking cool. I might be able to get like a loan that I would not have to pay back provided I spent it on like it's fun. I would have to spend it on like rent, mortgage, and payroll. But like by payroll, I could literally just give myself the money and
Hmm.
call that payroll.
Yeah.
Just be like, I paid myself with it. It's forgivable now. Um, so trying to maximize all that. It's fun. It's actually like kind of an engaging puzzle that is exciting because of like material benefit that I stand to obtain by like doing a good job at it.
Dude, I love material benefit.
I do. Don't you? Do you not love material benefit? I certainly do.
I do quite like material benefit. It's
It's
very
good,
nice.
all things considered, one's material circumstances are, I would say, fairly relevant
Well, I wouldn't
in
go
the
that
grand
far.
scheme of things.
Ben,
Uh,
I don't know if you would have thought of this as a person, but I always wondered how like people in like Digi who are like way more like I guess big time, fuck
mm,
you, small fry, doing internet stuff. Like, what do you have planned for like when you're like too old to make Pooh videos or not Pooh but Pooh Bear videos? What do you plan to do? Like, are you gonna like die? Like, how's retirement gonna look?
am I gonna like die?
Yeah.
Um, well, um, I guess, I guess the plan is like maybe publish books and like maybe just like try and live off royalties in the future. Like I don't have any books in like stores right now that are still I would need to like
I think meant like cheese like memoirs. I didn't realize comic
no
books like oh like my life been
no
sane.
no no I mean like
The
sell.
altern my alternative life by Ben Sane.
Shut up, no. um no, I mean just like get shit printed and try and live off royalties from just get published through a distributor is like I think that's the long-term goal. In terms of like how to actually make money from like comics, I don't know if I have enough that would be like publishable in that way right now. I don't know if it would make any money, but like the hope is that maybe someday it could. um the I mean, I could do other things. Like I've talked here and there about how like one thing that I'd be really interested in getting a like sort of a real job doing is doing like art for like an indie game studio or something.
Hmm.
Every now and then I like look on like local Craigslist or something for like, hey, any like fucking dev studios like looking for an artist or anything,
Uh,
and like
how serious
browse
are the
through, and
looks?
it's always, huh?
How serious are the looks? Would you describe yourself as pounding the pavement in any way?
I mean, in a purely digital sense, perhaps.
So your dad wouldn't approve.
No, 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 no,
It
no,
would take
no,
a
no,
lot
no.
for that to happen.
So I don't know. I guess that's the plan.
That would be cool. Ben saying, uh, like indie game pixel artist, I guess.
It's a great. I think I could do it.
Mhm.
It's a great question because, yeah, like I guess I don't know how I plan to like make money when I'm like old or whatever. Um,
It's
I don't
weird.
since I don't have like since I don't since I don't have like a real job. I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I do pay into Social Security like with my like self-employment taxes, and I guess that um yeah, so I guess I would be have something like a pension in the future. I mean, I'm saving money in like a Fidelity account. I have like a fucking I have a small like 401k, or
Mhm.
no, a Roth IRA. I have a small Roth IRA.
Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Yeah, that's right.
He's really small
And
though. He's not that big.
and
A really big
I
Michelangelo
don't
though.
know. But you don't get like if you don't have a real job, you don't get like a pension or anything. But like on the other hand, in these days of the gig economy, it's not like there's any guarantee that your employer won't just like screw you over and fire you for no reason at any given time anyway. I don't feel like that's something that I would necessarily have anyway if I had just like, gotten a real job instead of doing internet shit. So, I
That's
don't
sort
know.
of like it's weird. Like I don't know if it's like a generational thing. I don't know if it's like a new phenomenon, but like the idea of like job benefits never really like occurred to me as like a consideration until like a couple years ago. Like it was never like, you know, I want to get a job with good benefits. Like that was never even like I don't think I even knew what it was until like I don't know like 5 years ago or something. Like it was never I guess it was like oh like high salary right like you want a high monthly salary that's what you should aim for right but like
I mean, you do,
well sure
but
yeah
here in America, you also want you want to make sure that your boss decides to promise you that you'll have like health insurance and dental and stuff,
and then like
and
a retirement
and
pension
then
for
they'll
you
probably take it away later on,
yeah
just because they're not really obligated to do anything that they said they would do.
which is good.
Um, that is actually good because that's the free market,
Hmm.
and the free market is good. Um, dab. Um, what were we talking about?
We're talking about how you're gonna not die when you're old and you're trying to make the vapors, but you have the Charles Schultz shaky hand and you can't do it.
Oh no.
Good
Oh,
grief.
dude, Charles Schultz was like a sad old. Oh, I'm on
You're,
a downward spiral.
yeah, I know. You're gonna be
I'm on a
you're
real downhill trajectory.
Paradox Strikes to 9/11 too. You're gonna do Charles Schultz too. It's gonna be even worse than anyone could have possibly have imagined.
We only needed one Charles Schultz.
The town's not big enough for the two of us.
uh,
I bet Charles Schultz doesn't have his shit in the fucking Million Year Picnic. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit about shit.
no, he's fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
He fucking died, so that means I'm better than him.
On his tombstone, at least I hated Digibro for a little while.
Ow, ooh, ah, ooh, ow.
I sort of feel like being cooped
Um,
up in my room here, just kind of having to deal with the fact that I look at a screen all day. I think there's something that's been fried in my brain because I just am constantly like mad or sad always. Like I'm like
yeah,
that's just the sole like emotion that I feel as a human being is I'm like
yeah. No, definitely.
well,
No, I definitely agree. That's absolutely the case for me. You would think that it would be like I'd have time to like work on stuff,
mhm.
but like I haven't been working on stuff. Like I have a little bit, but like I wouldn't say the quarantine has definitely not made me more productive. I find it like really hard to focus
um
nowadays.
I would say it's made me more productive. I feel like somewhat
Yeah, that's
happy
good.
that I'm able to like. I don't know. It's two sides of the same coin. Where it's like I really hate the fact that I can't go outside, and it's like it really feels like really terrible, and like my mind is melting. But also like I'm forced to look at
You
Pie
do also
Charm.
feel like it's sort of an excuse
Yeah,
that you can just like other than like work on stuff.
yeah. There's nothing
Yeah,
more
I understand
magical
that.
than that feeling when you start a new thing, or just whenever when fascination just catches you and you just spend all night working on something because you just want to do it so fucking badly. There's nothing better than that, and I've been getting a few of those lately with stuff relating to Endless War's birthday, which is today. We said it at the beginning, but we didn't really talk about it. It's Endless War's birthday. Haha, click the link and donate to our Kickstarter so you can buy pins.
Oh yeah, today's the day. Today will be the day that the Kickstarter goes live.
Yeah.
That's
We,
exciting.
that's very exciting. We just kind of like did it. It's kind of just like made it
Yeah,
happen. Pretty
I
cool.
had been thinking about it for a long time,
I know you
and then
have.
like when you said like, oh, we're gonna do. I don't remember who. I don't know.
It was
I don't
me.
remember who. Was
I
it you that proposed it?
well, the thing is I was like, we should do some sort of
Oh,
fundraiser.
no,
I don't know what it was.
said
Yeah.
because people donated money on the last birthday. You were like, we should do like a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, but like,
What would it
what if we
be?
did a fundraiser for making pins? Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
could do that. But I think it would be more successful as a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Which,
hmm
so,
Yeah.
you know,
Epic.
hence,
You will
here we
also
are.
be able to buy more merch, which you haven't even seen all the merch I've made. You can get a Mega Slime shirt, a Slime Skull shirt, a Slime Heart shirt, a Slime Splatter shirt, and reduxes of the two Gang Pride shirts. So go buy those if you don't want to donate to the pins for whatever reason, but you really want to give us money specifically because we aren't making that much profit on the pins. It's
Dude,
epic.
we gotta like, we gotta fix the storefronts.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to be
They're
consolidated into
so
one.
bad.
No, yeah. I don't know why they were separated into three different things.
I mean, I did it. I did it like that. I thought it would be thematic, but like actually it's just a night. There's too many items, okay? There's like I wish you could set it up so you could like go to the storefront and like just sort by like
Design.
I don't like sort by tag or something.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you could just like tag like show me all Rowdy merch, like show me all Killer merch, show me
Yeah.
all Slime Corp merch, you know?
Yeah. No,
But I don't
sad.
think you can do that. It sucks.
It's pretty bad. I like hate Teespring. I like hate their like editor. It's like so fucking bad.
It's not great, especially for the all over prints.
Yeah.
I
no.
did make the the like the neck gator, the face cover
That's
with my like with my like slime teeth on it.
That is epic.
I think that's pretty epic. I actually really am looking forward to that getting here.
Are you the one purchase of that, by the way?
Of course I am.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I bought it for yeah, I did the thing where like it's like buy a sample and it charges you like the minimum price that doesn't make any profit.
Yeah. Epic.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I need to I'm gonna go to the Nether, guys. It's gonna be epic. Level 17. Let's go, boys.
Hmm.
Dude, I cannot believe how much money we got from Redcon 4. I cannot believe it.
$34,000.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I never would have suspected it. I didn't think we'd hit 20K.
No, not at all.
Lol.
I was afraid that we would like I don't know it would be I guess I feel like I'm like a worry wart with these sorts of things. I was afraid that
I think you are. You always you don't you didn't seem to think that the pins would make a lot of money. I think the pins will make. Here's my prediction. I suspect that the pin. I'll be embarrassed if I'm wrong. But what are you gonna do? My prediction is that the pin Kickstarter will make at least $3,000.
Here's my prediction. I think it will get in the ballpark between $800 and $15,000, or not 15,000, 1,500.
I think there's no way that it does not crack 1,000.
I think you're probably right.
I feel
probably
extremely confident it'll break 2,000.
no.
I would say pretty good chance of 3,000. I don't know.
We'll see. Well, okay. As long as it's not embarrassing, then that's fine. Just as long as it's not like we make $2 and also we're robbed.
No, there were people in my like birthday stream yesterday that were like, Bevan was like, "Nah, pins are stupid," but everyone else was like, "No, I love pins."
Pins are
Uh,
like probably one of the coolest things that a person can have.
I hadn't even considered making patches, but you know, thinking about it, I would definitely put like patches on stuff.
Dude, on my jacket, like a Rowdy pin, that would be, or sorry, a Rowdy patch, that would be like awesome.
Yeah,
I could be like Scott Pilgrim, and you know how he has like the X-Men hoodie and it looks really cool. I could be like that,
yeah,
but it would be like a Rowdy thing. Ah,
yeah, yeah. Uh, we should I was saying like when we run the polls for like what should we make next, I guess there'd be like here like this pin, that pin, the other pin, this patch, that patch, the other patch, you
yeah,
know. And they because the pins and patches we could make for like basically the same amount. So if they could just like be basically interchangeable with each other.
right.
I was do you think okay, do you think it's worth like kind of changing the verbiage on the like on the Kickstarter to be like the reward is not one pin. The reward is like one slime credit. And you can like trade in a slime credit for a pin or a patch or like two for a challenge coin.
Like
Do you think that's
you get like
confusing?
money. I think it's pretty fucking weird and confused. I mean, we could easily do the idea of if you want, instead of having one pin, you can save this pin design, and you can just with two pin designs saved up with two stretch goals, you
If
can
we do
get
the
like a cat.
challenge coin, I think that's how we should do it.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I think wouldn't just cost one. I guess the only thing is that like if you want a patch, but like the reward is a pin, it's like okay, we have to say like okay, like one patch equals one pin.
hmm
We could call the reward one pin slash patch or something.
hmm
Or but like what if we don't end up making any patches? Like what if they just don't end up being like very widely voted for? We
yeah,
might not actually make any.
yeah.
Um I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I just thought like, hey, what if it was like a like slime corp like currency scam? I don't know.
Your specialty bin is coming in with like the absolutely like most autistic, minute changes in graphic design, and spending 5 weeks doing it, and it's awesome.
Wow. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, pleasure. Happy to be of service.
It's awesome.
I'm glad I offer something. It really, really brings something to the table on that one.
Ugh.
Man, we finally did the Buster cast,
And it's
and
been.
nobody showed up.
I can't
Nate, who was
believe
like
Nate didn't want to show up. It's so strange to me. It's so.
Nate was like, don't know if I could find the time. Digi was like, I don't have the time. It was like, you don't have fucking like 6 hours in 2 days. I don't understand this like weak shit of like, oh yeah, I just didn't have time. You know, Nate I know has seen it multiple times. He could have probably just shown up without even watching it ahead of time.
Mhm.
And I have no idea why. I almost feel like it was some sort of weird like making a point kind of thing.
What
That
would the
like Nate
point
didn't
be?
want to be on it because like he said we weren't going to do it unless he like I don't know. I could be totally off base, but like what if Nate didn't want to be on it because he said we weren't going to be able to organize it without him, and then we did? I don't know.
Well,
That might be wrong.
he said that you wouldn't be able to organize it without him.
He said on the bonus episode that like guys, you know you won't do it if I don't like set it up.
What? That's
Yeah,
okay.
and I was like, no, I'll just say when we do it, and then we do it, and then I did that, and then we did Lamau. I don't know. But I do not know. I do not understand why they thought it would be so difficult to come on, considering I know they're both fans. But whatever, no, it's fine. Just me and Tom. Just me and Tom. Just having a little me and Tom solo, double solo duet cast. You know, it's new. It's a new character dynamic, chemistry. My Little Pony.
It's like that's such a weird dynamic. It's like Applejack and
Yeah, it's like Applejack and Floyd's.
Twilight.
Like
Oh
what do they even
yeah,
talk about?
yeah. You're
Do
Applejack.
they fuck? Like I don't know. Let's find out.
If answer yes, but you'll have to buy the episode so you can see all that steamy episode action.
You gotta buy the uncensored version to take the like light beams
Oh
off,
God,
like the like down below the legs like udder tits.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
I can't wait till the OVA comes out. It's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome, but we haven't like. I feel like we haven't really made any progress on finding an animator.
Yes, we have. I don't know if we want to talk about it, but Hippo has made progress.
Oh,
He's been talking about it in
okay.
chat.
I'm shit. I haven't been. I must have missed it. But
Yeah,
okay.
we're getting
Yeah, let's
like,
not.
yeah,
Wait, do
okay,
you want to?
yeah.
I mean, do you want to keep a secret or something? Because
Well,
I don't know.
well, I'll say it in a very vague way that it implies nothing specifically, but as everyone in the audience knows, Hippo is, working with like a studio, so I don't think that they're gonna do it. But he knows of people who could ask other people, and that has been what has happened is he has asked other people
And have
via.
they given him leads?
Yes,
Interesting. Interesting.
but who knows if that's how it will be or not. But that's where we are right now.
Hmm.
There are things happening on that front.
That's good. I'm
Ben,
glad.
Ben, you got so mad. I
I
have
did.
no fucking clue why. I
I
have
did.
no idea. It,
I don't really know exactly why either. I I think I just could hear I could hear in people's voices that they were like prioritizing something that I thought was like beside the point, and it really frustrated me. And maybe that's like stupid, but that's how I felt.
you what see here's the biggest problem with PCP is that we have Nate, what's his name, he is like self-defined no low information voter, and it's epic and funny, but max charisma can get anyone to like agree with him because he says things in such a great way that everyone wants to agree with him because he says it in a great way. And then Ben, you try and come on with the facts and logics, but you have like an anti charisma that makes everyone hate you, and it's infuriating that you always lose when you shouldn't lose.
Hmm. Thanks.
No, well, I didn't mean it as in you're retarded. I mean that you should, by all accounts, you've done the reading. You've done, you're on BreadTube. Like shit. But there's just something about like people are just more excited to hear about like something that sounds right more than something that is right. Do you know what
Are
I
we
mean by
still
that?
are we still talking about the animator or
No, no, we're not talking about that at all. No, no, I'm
oh?
talking about political things on the PCP.
Um See, I don't know if I agree with that. Nate's not convincing. Like I don't think anyone has been like convinced of anything by Nate like saying he believes it.
Capitalism just sounds so right, though. It sound
No,
it like,
no it doesn't.
I think a big okay, I think a big draw in the appeal of capitalism is that it sounds so like something about that feels so like, well, it's just human nature. It's just human nature to want things. And so why wouldn't we allow the obvious scenario to allow a system where people who want things driven by their own self-interest to
Okay.
acquire them? Like that sounds like
Okay.
so like, oh, of course we
I know
want that.
well, I don't know I don't know if I agree with you that it sounds like obviously true. I think the appeal of it is that if true, it means that like no action is required and like everything is by default working as it should, and like we definitely don't have to think about it anymore. I think that's the appeal of it.
Hmm.
Um
No, I think a lot of like well, okay, I think this is true of literally everyone, like on both sides. But I think that like everyone like thinks that their side sounds the most reasonable, like and like it's almost obvious in a way, which I thinks makes sense. And I think a big part of what people cherish in these sorts of debates is like when someone is able to explain something in such a way where I think there's like a socialist term for this, but it's like it makes it seem where it's the only option, not so that it's like the best option, but it's like to do something else other than our system that we have currently. It would be like against human nature. It would be like this is so
yeah.
obviously the case. This is so what has to happen. There's nothing
Yeah.
else even like possible.
Yeah.
I think that's a big like draw. Or I don't know if draws like that.
See,
That's like the biggest thing.
I feel like you've missed the point. Like you think that because you've been told it like your whole life. Same with everyone. Like everyone's just been told that over and over again, and now it just feels true. Because everybody's heard it.
Well, maybe that is what I mean then. Like I'm saying that it sounds so correct because we've been told
Yeah,
it.
it sounds right because everyone has been told it their whole lives, and
Well,
like
that's all I'm saying.
they've learned to repeat it as a mantra.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely the case.
Yeah.
And it's a big problem that is ruining everything.
Hmm.
And it makes and it's when Nate thinks he wins an argument because he says the thing that like is like dogmatically accepted by everyone by default because it's just that thing you say. It's just that cliche that everyone repeats over and over again. It's just like a platitude, but everyone just accepts that it's true. So if you say it, you automatically win because you said the thing that everyone knows, quote unquote, knows is true.
Hmm.
Without even you don't even have to think about it. Um, it's amazing. Feels great.
Hmm.
What were we talking about?
About the I don't know. I don't think we're talking about it. I think we were talking about that and then we stopped because there's nothing else to
Okay.
say.
Yeah, well, that's all I have to say about that.
I'm in the Nether bin. It's amazing.
Is it
It's I couldn't have asked for anything better.
greater than you ever could have dreamed? Why? Why are you in the Nether? What are you doing here?
Why? Why are you playing the game? Stop it! Stop it
Why? Why?
immediately!
Why?
No!
You're
No!
nervous,
No!
man.
I'm going to go get blaze rods so that we can go fight the Nether Dragon, the Ender Dragon, the Dragon Man. We can go
Who's
fight Strawberry
we?
Milk.
I'm not gonna go fight. I'm not gonna fight the Nether Dragon.
You're not gonna help me. You're not gonna.
You're on your own.
Oh, sad.
You stupid idiot.
Well, I guess it's just on your self-interest to do such a thing.
No, definitely not. It's human nature doesn't allow for such an action.
You know, we tried the Ender Dragon before, and I mean, look at China.
Look at Venezuela. 100 million dead. You criticize capitalism, and yet you exist.
I love that political comment. I don't know. Did we just do exactly what we were talking about before? Did we just say an unreasonable interpretation of Nate's argument? We probably did. He probably
No.
I like stopped listening to the podcast a while ago, so I don't know how like the things have changed. So like, and that was like a while ago. I think at this point, like I think like half a year ago at minimum. So I don't know if that's like people have gotten like buff intellectually. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's terrifying. And people are now had the maximum intellect. They've read all the theory in the entire world, and now it's like a battle of undisputed masters of their opinion. But last I checked, it was just kind of like, what we were just describing. So I'm going off of that. But maybe things are better now. I mean, are they? Maybe now.
No, everyone always on the last episode, everyone was like, "Oh, I saw this was just like a Ben and Nate episode, so I clicked off." Like, "Oh, thanks for the comments for letting me know not to watch this one."
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hates it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hates the podcast.
Then why do you do it? Then why do you talk about politics? Because it's mostly you and Nate.
I just have to. I just can't let people be wrong.
What like define have to? Like who's like I guess it's you hate the fact that this is being spread, and so you have to discuss
it would be immoral of me not to correct wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But if people hate it, then what if you were to correct
I don't know.
people
That's their problem.
Isn't it your problem because your entire well, not your entire, but like all of the success of this podcast rests upon public opinion?
I guess. Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know if I want you to do anything, but I'm saying if people are like commenting on every episode, being like, "This is gay. I hate this. Die," and then maybe you should be like, "Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore."
Well, I mean, I'll stop. I'll stop bringing it up when other people stop making bad faith arguments against me. Done.
That'll never happen because
I
you're a
know.
pariah.
That's right. But that's what it's gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
And if people want to not hear about it anymore, then we should all just agree
That
I
I'm
am
right.
correct,
Yeah.
that I am correct, and then there will be no more need for debate.
Epic.
Yeah. We were talking about on my birthday stream. We were talking about someone was like, "Hey Ben, you should debate Destiny. Hey Ben, you should debate Destiny." I was
Oh my
like,
god, that's
"I'm
a
not good
nightmare.
at. I'm not actually. I don't actually think I'm good at debating.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even. I couldn't even really like claim like victory in the debate against Digi, and Digi is definitely not a good debater. So like, I must not be great either.
No.
Um,
I also
yeah.
think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know this isn't what anyone really means, but like, I still am like I have that sort of repulsion to the idea of winning a debate, even though I know it's practical and I know what everyone means by it. But there's something about it that still makes me feel ugh. That shouldn't
No,
be the
yeah. I
point.
mean, it's very performative
Yeah.
and very like you just do it you do it to win the clout or whatever. Oh, you won. You performed strength in front of people. They saw you win, and your reputation points go up or
Yeah.
whatever.
I feel like Digi like most of the time what he says is not stupid. Like Digi just always needs an extra video to like respond to comments, because I feel like this is the way it always goes with Digi. Digi says something which you have to be like a hardcore Digi head to like understand what he means, and it will always be misinterpreted. And then once everyone is like, that's obviously retarded, then Digi will say what he actually means because he understands how to respond and like why people are misunderstanding it. And
Well,
in that case, it's always
he should just say what he actually means in the first place. Then
he should, but he doesn't know how to. He doesn't know. He doesn't get it. He doesn't know. I mean, I think he
guess.
would agree with what I'm saying right. I think that he would
No,
agree that.
I agree. That is generally how things go a
Mhm.
lot of the time.
I think Digi
Uh,
most of the time says things that are very reasonable. He just needs an extra
well,
response.
when he, yeah, yeah, most of the time, upon further explanation, you go, "Oh, okay. Oh, it's not as
Never
dumb as
mind.
it's."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's always been a thing about him. That's just been his whole entire life quest, isn't it? That he wants to be understood.
yeah. He says so.
And why should we doubt
I don't know. Maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe it's true.
him? Who's to say though? In this dog eat dog world.
We'll never know. We can only speculate.
This is
Uh,
oh Jesus Christ, lava. Ooh ooh ooh
oh, oh, oh.
ooh ooh ooh.
Hey
Oh
man,
oh
how's the
oh.
Nether treating you?
It's
How's that
hot.
Nether dragon?
Hot.
Are you gonna beat the Ender dragon?
Yeah, I think I can. This Minecraft's not that long.
Wait, really?
Yeah, right. If I find some blaze rods and I beat some Endermen, then yeah, why not?
How long do you think it'll take you to beat the Ender dragon or the Nether dragon or
Well, we'll
which
see.
one the real boss?
Ender. Well, it's hard to say, right? Because it's all like random. So I could get a really lucky spot where the stronghold is really close to me, in which it probably wouldn't take that much long at all. But like I could get one where it's very, very, very far away from me, so it might take me a long time.
All right. Okay. I guess we'll see.
I guess we will see. I want to get
Um,
anything. God.
I yeah. So you asked me if I was gonna have the slime and punishment finale done for the birthday,
Yeah.
and I said maybe. And the truth about that is that I definitely could have had it done,
Hmm.
but I didn't. I just didn't do it. And I mean, part of that is because like I have basically like I have just like stopped communicating with like a couple of people who were going to be like providing stuff for it. Um,
Like as in their
so
lost causes. Ooh.
no, they're not lost causes. I just like stopped
Oh, it's a you thing.
communicating.
It's a okay.
It's a me thing. It's
Yeah,
a me
okay.
thing. I mean, well, Sixton was gonna make the song, but like I didn't really vibe with the first song he made, and he was like, "Okay, well, if you want me to rewrite it, I'd like to see like a storyboard."
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't really have a storyboard. I kind of just have to like make the video, so I'll just do that.
Couldn't you have made like a shitty version of like just a quick version so he would have known?
Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I could like sketch it out.
Yeah,
What I
that's
think
what
I
a
could,
storyboard is, Vince.
I know, I know, I
It's
know.
like
Like I could sketch out what I think it'll look like. Um, it might not end up looking exactly that way, but I guess that's probably fine.
yeah, it
Um,
is.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I didn't like communicate exactly what I wanted to him,
Mhm.
and so when he turned to his song and it wasn't exactly what I had like imagined, and so I was like, ugh, oh, what do I do? Oh God, I can't deal with this.
I can't deal with my free labor not being
It's
completely
not free.
exact.
I'm paying him for
Oh,
it.
oh, well, never mind then. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Um, I've been paying everyone. It feels good.
That does
I
feel
pay.
good.
I paid Oblivion Fall something for like helping me do the audio on the JDR lecture. I paid Shadok some money for like an animation for the something for the Chris Chan lecture that I'm planning on using. I'm gonna pay Sixten for making the track. I offered to pay Smearg for a thing that she was making for the finale. She said like she didn't want it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
Almost,
about that.
almost just pissed myself.
Why?
Because I was hit in a video game.
No, no. That sucks, dude.
I was damaged once.
Bummer. Um. Anyway, I don't know. I made a bunch of, since I made all
Oh
this
my
money from the
god.
first Kickstarter, from the Vapors 2
No,
Kickstarter.
dude.
I feel like it would be unacceptable for me to like ask people to make me stuff just as a favor. Like even if it's not something I'm selling. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't just be like, "Hey, make me a song for a video." You know, for
Um,
free. We're all in this together. We're all just pals.
I
But
mean,
I'm the one who benefits.
yeah.
No. No, no. No, 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 no.
I kind of like the fact that we're doing, like, well, I mean, I really like the fact that we're doing the Kickstarter the way that it is. I like the fact that RFCK is like a really fucking weird, like, experimental, like, community-driven consensus nightmare where it's like everything is only real when the community says it is, and we're running the Kickstarter like that. Like this.
Yeah. I mean, I would be a little annoyed if like everyone votes for like some dumb shit,
Mhm.
you know? Which I think there might be like there might be some like dumb shit that ends up getting made. As if it's only a little bit, I won't be too annoyed. If it's like a lot of dumb shit, I will like grumble about it, be like, this is a waste.
Well, why is it a waste if that's what they want?
Well, okay, but if there's like
Okay, I like can't do this.
imagine we have like imagine we have 100 people that are like donating, right? We have 100 people that are buying pins, and like we do a vote, and like a whole bunch of them vote for like something stupid.
Mhm.
They might vote for it and it might get passed, but like what if they all like vote for it because it's funny, but they don't actually want it? Only maybe like 5 of them actually want like the funny meme design.
Yeah.
So then we make like 50 or 100 of these things, and we move like 5 of them, and then we're
Yeah.
stuck with like 45 pins that only or 95 pins that only exist for the sake of like a meme.
Like a joke.
And it's like, what do we do with these?
Right.
I I I feel maybe we can like phrase the vote in a way that's like if you're like, do you think that we could do it so like a vote basically is like a you want to buy this, right? It's like
Yeah.
this isn't just something you're voting for on the for like this like you voting for this basically says like, yeah, if I have another like I have another like credit to spend or whatever on a pin, and like this is the design I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
We could drive that home. Yeah, I think it's probably implied, but it'd be nice to reiterate.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
No idea how to get home from
If
here.
anyone who has like multiple like designs that they wanted probably would be voting that way anyway. The only like if someone just bought like one pin, maybe they just wanted like the Rowdy Fucker Cop Killer and didn't care about it anymore, and so they just buy 2, and then they're like, well, I don't actually want anymore, but I'm still voting, so
Yeah.
I guess I'll just vote for something fun. I don't know. I can't. I probably am like overthinking it, and it won't be a huge deal or anything. But I can't help but imagine the worst case scenario.
I get
We
what
just
you
end up with a
mean.
bunch of crap.
Uh, I was sort of like, I don't know. Well, I mean, again, like I like that. Okay, this was a thing that the lecture heads, the people who want to say the brain deads because it's like born deads, but like they're during the shamblers, so it's like zombies, right? Like you get it, like
Mm,
brain.
yeah, right.
I don't know. The jury's still out, but anyway, they really, really liked the like everything is only canon by consensus. They really like latched onto that as like an idea, and it was kind
Well,
of like
it's
cool.
always been like that.
No. I know. I'm saying that they like that was like while I was going through the tour describing the districts, they like really like appreciated that as like a core element of RFCK and like a way where it's like
Mm.
I mean, it's always been the case, but it's like I never really like thought of it as like, yeah, I guess that's like a defining characteristic of it, and that's almost like an ideological theme of Endless War in a way where it's like everything is up to only what people like believe is true. Like,
Yeah,
like there's so
yeah.
little to the actual game. Like the only thing that makes it cool really is what people think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like mob rule for the greater good. And it's
Yeah.
epic. And I really I think
It's
that's
just like
maybe the
real
coolest part of it.
life.
Yeah, it is. It's like we're running our own little commune over here.
Hell yeah.
Epic,
Um,
bro.
there's a I've talked about like the Floriverse before. You know what that is?
It's a comic, isn't it?
It is not just a comic. It is a it's comics, but like they had like community events where like the one I remember was there was like an event in the comic where like basically like the protagonists were basically going to be like fighting in a war, and there was like a battle plan, and like they had a community event where like people who read the comic got the opportunity to like they could like write stories or do art or like make videos or whatever that sort of like it's like depict your character and like what is there like you will get assigned to like a commander or something and like make art of like your role in the battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I think the creators ended up like featuring some and be like these the ones that get featured become canon,
Yeah.
right? But we don't even have to like feature it. Like
Yeah.
it's canon if people want it to be canon.
Yeah. It's like very like it feels very cool that it's like a big part of this is even though like RCK is like very tied into me and you in a way we don't have to be there for it to
Mm-hmm.
like make sense for it to function because it's so like community driven where it's like the appeal is like what you can do in this setting like we're almost like window dressing for the appeal in a way.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's like your passion for this show or for us individually like that brings you here, and with that now what are you going to do, like what is going to transpire.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I really, this is a sort of thing where this is what I'm thinking about uh in the what kind of stuff do I want to make now that I don't want to do like podcasts and stuff like that too often. Besides this one, because this one is special to me and RSK is special. But other than this one,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it. And I'm thinking I really love the like, experimental aspect of Endless War. And I really want to like do more stuff like it, not just like make you could say that Lonesome Cactus is like Endless War, but I don't mean like in the I want to make more Discord bots, but like I really like I'm getting into like coding in a more like serious, not just I can do Python because I have to do it so that I can do Endless War stuff. Like I really like it and I feel like it's the future in a way. And that's the sort of stuff I want to do is I want to do more stuff that engages people in the weird sort of Endless War is very democratic sort of it's only the people the updates that do come out only are supplemental to the experience of Endless War in a way. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really like that. I want to do more stuff like that. That's where my head's at.
Um, that
I think it's the most like interesting part about it, right? That's like the thing that makes it cool. Everything else is just like all right.
Yeah, it does it. I remember like reading that stuff about like the like fan driven portion of like the Floriverse and thinking
Mm-hmm.
like that's really weird. Like that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's interesting. I don't know. I guess I like that like Endless War has like some elements of that to it, but more,
Yeah, much more.
um, but with less porn.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, there's not as much. Floorverse is a lot of porn, canon porn, made by the creators.
I've seen it. It's a cool art style. I like it.
It is a cool art style. It's really good. Whoever draws it, I forget their name. Uh, whew.
I can't. I need to get a host so I can do farming. How long have we been going? Let's
I'm
find it.
fucking plumbed. At least two. I think maybe like 2.5 hours. I don't. What time did we?
We're doing the edge of 2 hours right now.
We're on the edge of 2 hours. Okay. God, it really took us till 7 to start.
Yeah.
Lol. Cool. Um, I don't know. What do we?
Ben,
What have we not discussed?
what's been getting you mad lately? Let's just get into the things that make us mad, because that's where all my brain power is going nowadays. Relate. This is the same.
Do you want to start? Do you have something?
Um. Oh God, I have to think about it. I asked that question without any indication that it would come back around to me. Hmm.
I feel like I've been doing nothing but talking about what makes me mad.
Makes me mad. Well, I going back to what we were talking about at the very beginning. I hate school now because it's all remote and dumb now, and I'm paying for
That's
it.
awful.
It's really terrible.
That's bullshit.
It's totally bullshit.
It's unacceptable. Like they're not giving you the fucking product you paid for.
No, not at all. Like no, like specifically, like if you want to roll back the clock and go into the old PCP episodes, like the biggest thing is I wanted to be around other like new people, and I wanted to have teachers one-on-one talk to me, and like that's not that like both of those things are like not happening anymore. So like it's only the boring stupid parts that like I like it's only the parts where I thought, well, it's for the greater good. It's now there is no greater good, and it just is only terrible.
Yeah.
So
Bummer, man.
I hate how do I make words? How do I do this? Guys in chat, let me know. Chat, let me know what to do, chat. Is it this? It is that epic. So I'm mad about that. I'm mad about fucking like everyone. You know what? Okay, all right. Here's the thing. I felt like this way for a long time, and I think I've said this in a few podcasts before. But and I don't know how legitimate it is, and I don't know how much of it is in my own head. But I feel like I don't know anyone. I feel like no one knows me. And I don't mean that as in like no one's smart enough to appreciate my intellect. I mean that in the sense that it's like I can talk to no one about anything that I care about ever. I feel like I have been so I guess it's my fault in a way where it's like I've been like a very like isolated person for a lot of my life, and like especially for like a lot of my life leading up to like going to college and like talking to more people. Like I feel like I have developed in ways that other people have not. Not to say that I have done it more, but just like I have different interests than like everyone that I talk to, and it feels terrible when I have to like or not inner podcast, but inner like Discord chats, and I have to talk to people and like remember that like I only am friends with like gamers and shit, and it's like, oh, I have nothing to say, and it is terrible, and I want to die. I don't know if like when I think about these, it flip flops between why isn't everyone like me, and I'm like, why am I not like anyone else? It flip flops between self and then extrinsic, man versus world, man versus self. That's my hatred. That's my main hatred. Do you ever feel like you feel like, I don't know, no one else gets it, no one else understands, no one else likes the things that are good, everyone else likes things that are stupid, and I can't talk to anyone?
Yeah, sure, constantly.
Epic.
I was just thinking that about you.
Cool.
Need
a hoe.
What would you find satisfying? What would make you feel better?
Well, here, you know,
that?
but before we talk about that, here, I'm gonna weave this into saying things that people will have an emotional grip to this now, because okay, here's the thing about the PCP, and here's like the unfortunate truth about the PCP, and like here's how to fix it, quote unquote, in the most unhelpful way possible, is that you can't quote unquote fix it because again, I guess it's not broken, and you know it's not that bad, but what people say like. When people say, "Oh, I miss topics," they're like they miss the sort of cohesion, they miss the sort of like this podcast is about a certain thing. This podcast is about, and everyone has like stuff to contribute. Here's the thing that matters most in podcasts is the conversation and people like having interesting things to say about, to one another in the conversation that is transpiring. And the reason why people dislike the PCP, or at least why I think so, is because the conversations usually feel pretty shallow because most people are doing different things. Like we aren't usually like, okay, here's how the PCP used to happen. Again, when I was on and when I observed, it might have changed by now, but it was like you and you and Nate talk about politics for a while, and you guys have something to say about that. So it's like, it is a conversation, and it's cool. And then it's Nate and Tom talk about video game news for a little while, and then they have something to say about that. But it's just kind of like two pairs of people, like constantly like reversing and switching off about like the one thing that they have in common. It's never like a big cohesive like group conversation talking about similar things because not everyone's on the same page anymore, and that's not something to be fixed or like, oh, like fuck the PCP, like it sucks and we have to fix it, because there's nothing to be fixed about it. It's just that people are different now, and we are no longer all My Little Pony reviewers who are all in the same cultural sphere, and that just is the way that people grow apart from one another. But that's what I'm feeling. That's the sadness that I get, is that I don't know anyone anymore, and we all don't. I don't care about fucking video game Twitter. I don't care about that. So I have nothing to contribute in those conversations, and I have nothing to contribute in other conversations like that, where it's like, well, it's just what I was saying. Yeah, that so what would make me feel better is, I guess, getting new friends. That sounds like a rejection of the old friends, which I don't mean in a way, but like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to make friends that you actually want to, because the entire like, what's the words? Like, I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard to go out there and try and meet new people when you're so used to
especially
not doing it.
considering quarantine.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't. You have to. I've long considered going on like forums and trying to become like a forum person, but like, I don't know. Those days are behind me. My days role playing Pokemon are behind me. I tried getting into. I like really tried really hard to get into Reddit. I just could never get it into my like. I don't know. I could not get addicted to Reddit in the way that I wanted to. Where I really wanted to like prowl around subreddits and like get involved with that community, but I was always just repulsed by like the UI of Reddit, and I just hated it. But yeah.
I mean, I tried, for a while there. I was trying to like go out to like a fucking comics club and stuff, trying to like meet people that way. It didn't work.
Yeah,
Didn't fucking click with anything.
I completely agree. Dude, I like try like a big part of like oh, I already made it. Oh, okay, never mind. I tried really hard going to a lot of clubs and at my school, and you went to a club and it was a nightmare, and they were all like that. And
it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny though.
I guess that is a word in the English language.
Based
nightmare. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. I feel like I don't click with anyone, and it's a nightmare. And there's nothing to be said, I guess, or done about it. But that's one of the things. That's why I'm angry. That is the thing that I'm angry about always now. Is that
Dude, that's relatable. I feel that way all the time. Even before quarantine, I felt that way, and it's become all the more acute now. No, I feel that hardcore.
But
hardcore.
Well, okay, so there's like degrees of this, right? Where it's like with like Nate, like I know nothing in common with Nate. Like I don't do anime or like video games or stuff really, and that's to say that I don't like it. But like he's one of the ones that I'm most far removed from in the way that I'm describing right now, for the sake of demonstration. But like you and me do talk and stuff. Like we do hang out in person. So like
or we did.
Well, yeah, sure. But I'm saying that what do you want to talk about, Ben? We are not so far gone that it's not worth it to even try to accommodate one another. What do you want to talk about? I'll get into some stuff. What do you want? We were doing Audible and stuff for a while. We were both into books. For a while.
I told you that I started listening to the Bullshit Jobs. I never finished it. I think I like halfway through.
Yeah. That's a thing, though, right? That's pretty cool.
Man, I don't know. There's nothing new. There's nothing new to report over here.
Well, I'm saying
Other
what
than
kind of
Animal Crossing, I guess.
I'm saying what kind of things that you wish that people would talk about, or that you wish that you like what like on what way do you wish that
Hmm.
people were more on the same like cultural level than you, and like yeah, that.
Um, I I guess I wish that like I wish that like when I went to like the comics roundtable or something, people were talking about like I wish people were talking about it in a more specific way. I wish people were like there to like first of all, I wish people were more like serious about it. I wish people were like better.
Mm-hmm.
I wish people were there to like collaborate or like work together in some way to like pool our resources instead of just to kind of like bullshit about like, oh yeah, here's like the newest thing. I don't know. The things that they were there to work on were like planning on like which like cons to go to, and like I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. They just
I
yeah, I don't know. I would like to meet people that were like
in your field.
serious. They were serious about like doing the kind of things that I do,
Mm-hmm.
and were like interested in like yeah working together and
So
like doing something.
so you want to meet more webcomics people? Is what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess. Uh, yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
I think a big part of the Comics Roundtable, right, is that it's like a lot of people who are meeting in person. So there's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of like, what cons do we go to, like with our bodies because we're human beings. But
Yeah.
that might not
Like
be.
I
Oh,
say that.
Jesus.
I say that, but like at the same time I don't know. I don't even know like what I don't really know like what I would like want to work with people on. I don't know. I guess if they were like
Well, it's not about working. It's just talking about it. It's just
or like
thinking about it.
maybe it would be cool if like somebody had like a zine or something and someone was like looking for like stuff to like put in their zine and I could be like, "Hey, I could make stuff for your zine."
Hmm.
Or some shit like that. I don't know.
You know what the greatest service we've given to the RFCK audience is that we've created a fandom for them to exist in, because there's nothing better than being a part of a fandom. Those like that is the ideal state of a human being. People in the wild, like a Rousseauian man in the jungle, longs to be a part of the Homestuck fandom. Like that's their biggest like want in the world, outside of like
That's the
shelter and
top
food.
of their Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's
Is
so
Homestuck fandom.
is Homestuck fandom, because it's when you're in a fandom, right? It's just big enough where you get like a big like display of like a large diverse sort of, there's a lot of different types of artists who will want to do a lot of different types of things. It's big enough where you get that diversification that goes with civilization. But then it's also small enough, and you have such a thing in common with one another where it's easy to make friends and easy to talk to one another, and easy to find people. Like you can Google search like car cat anime music video yaoi big cock version 2, and then you'll get like 15 different results, and it'll be epic. um
Right. Sure.
but I mean, that's like the coolest thing, and I wish I was a part of a fandom, because okay, go like every like weekly My Little Pony episodes, you tune in every week, and then you have like a whole bunch of new fan stuff to do. Amazing, and when there's a Homestuck update, there's another whole round of videos and arts and stuff to do. The Homestuck was crazy about it. I miss that. I want that. How do I get into it without having to deal with new shows which are bad and stupid and I hate it? I don't know. That's the goal. That's the goal for that. I think that's like the way forward for me, is I need to become a part of a fandom and then just redo that.
Um. I I would be like, something like that like the DSA or that like socialist club that you were like that we tried to go to the meeting of. Like I feel like if something like that were good, it would be really great. But I have the suspicion that it would suck
Yeah.
and be boring. I mean, I don't know, but what do they do? Like what
Yeah,
do you
just
think they
just
actually do?
just sit around and talk about shit, and like I assume there's no real like action.
Probably not. I don't know. But like maybe that just means there's nothing to do. You just gotta like lay down and die. Actually, like what's the point? You
Oh,
know,
Ben.
there's nothing to be done.
You
So
you
just give up.
you have Merriweather. Surely you can meet more webcomics people like that, and then
Merriweather doesn't like know. I don't know. The, I mean, yeah, I know Merriweather, but like he is just kind of he. I don't know. What does it like? What exactly does that get me access to?
I'm saying that he's a part of the greater webcomic sphere. I mean, and he's a particularly well known one at that. As far, I mean, I don't know, but I think he's a particularly well one known as that. And
I
you
mean, he's better
could,
known than me.
yeah, exactly. So you can use that point, that data point in your network to think about cynically, and try and reach out to more people. Try and get more involved with him, and then you'll meet more people.
Merriweather is like a very well connected guy,
There you
but
go.
well, no, don't there you go me, because like, what does it do for me? What do I take and do with that information?
What you take and do with that is become better friends with Merryweather, and then when you are better friends with Merryweather, first of all, you may enjoy his company as a friend, but if you want to think about it extremely cynically, you can become better friends with Merryweather to get access to his greater network through collaborations and stuff like what you were just like you were just saying, where you may be able to meet people through calls and stuff like that, and through just meeting them while being his friend, you're able to meet more people that you would be able to collaborate with and do stuff like that zine, that hypothetical zine.
I don't want to like. I don't want to come off as like just poo pooing you out of hand or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but this is like this is giving me like pound the pavement vibes. Like it's network. Like oh, just network and make connections and like and do what? You know?
Well,
Like who
okay.
like what's the play here? Like I go, "Hey Merriweather. Hey Merriweather. Introduce me to some like well-connected like artist people." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Here's the guy who does like that one that everyone's heard." And I go, "Oh, cool." And I say, "Hey, I'm Ben. I drew some comics." And they go like, "Oh yeah, cool. That's cool. I also draw some." And I go, "Yeah, I know. I've heard about your stuff." And they go, "Oh, cool, nice." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay." And like, I don't know.
Well,
What then?
okay. If you have no want to meet other people in the field, then yeah, okay, then there's no point. But I thought you were just saying that you wanted to talk to more people who were taking webcomics seriously. I thought that was the whole impetus for this conversation.
Um, I I don't. Maybe I would.
Ooh.
Maybe if I had more like
Wait, dude, I'm gonna milk a
content.
cow. I'm gonna milk a cow, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Maybe if I had
I
like
got milk,
more
bro. I got milk, dude. Yeah, fuck
more
yeah, dude.
regular contact with people who are doing that kind of thing, maybe it would occur to me like what to do in such a scenario.
Oh,
As it stands, I have no like goal, or
mm-hmm.
I have no like, oh, this is what I need to do. Like here's how I like take it to the next level. Like I have no idea.
You're
Like
you're You're a very even Steven sturdy person, Ben. Your horizons. I feel like whenever we have a show where we're like, what are we doing, guys? Where do you want to go? I feel like you're always like, I just want to do what I'm doing right now because I'm having fun and it's cool and I'm perfectly fine where I am. I feel like that's always your response. Is like right now you don't want to meet new people. You just want to hang out. Not to say that's even a
well,
bad thing, but that just seems to be always the case.
well, maybe it sounds like that, but I don't know. I do feel kind of like isolated. I guess I do. I don't know. I'm like of two minds about it because like I have like talked
It
to other
sounds
like
like it.
I've talked to other like webcomics people, and like they're usually like fine, but like I'm not generally that interested in what they're doing, and like they're like only like marginally interested in what I'm doing, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess we know each other. All right, you just keep doing what you're doing. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And so I don't know. Like, I guess like I would like to know more people like that, but like when I have done it in the past, it's just been like, oh well, All right. See ya.
No, I think I get what you mean. Like it's easy to want that in the abstract, but like the steps it would take to require to get to a point where you have like a good friend that you're able to like
I
confer in, like that.
It
It's
seems like the kind of thing that I ought to want and maybe be like striving for, but I do not know what the end goal of it is.
Will not the end goal be companionship and someone a shoulder to cry on and
I
fellowship in
mean,
men?
sure, yes, but like, I mean, that's like saying, oh, but what if you made a new best friend? It's like, well, I don't know. What if I did?
Yeah.
You can't like set out to do that.
I guess it is sort of like a almost inherently selfish sort of thing because I'm always like I always am desperate for someone I can talk about history with, not talk to someone about history. Like, I did the lecture and that was like
Mm.
cool, but not at all what is a satiating thing where it's like instead of, like describing something to someone, I want to like, discuss it with someone. I can't do that to someone who I've just regurgitated information to. Like I've always wanted that, but it's
Mm.
like you can't just like manufacture someone like really like the reason I would want that is so that I can say things to them and then have them hear my thoughts and be able to understand them. Like it like I say that I want someone to discuss it with and have them there's a little cold going on over here. So that they will be able to understand and like parse what I'm saying to them. But in a way, it's also very selfish because it's like, well, I want them to be able to parse it so that I can speak to what's in my head. Like I have things that I want to say to them right now, and I want them to listen to me. I guess it's selfish in
Do
that
you
way.
wait? Do you want to be listened to, or do you want to be talked to?
Well, I want it's two things. I can't talk to someone in the sense that I can't like I meet someone, I just one of my friends, and they don't know anything about history, and I say, hey, let me relay to you this tale that has happened once. Like I don't want to do that because that's bored and there's no reason for me to just like talk someone's ear off about something they don't understand. But I do want to talk to someone who does get it, like someone who knows what I want to discuss about, so that we can have like a conversation about it. Because I have a lot of like thoughts about history, but I can't talk to anyone about it because none of them know anything about it. So there's no conversation to be had. But those conversations would be selfish in the sense where it's like I want to talk to someone else about history. I want them to understand what I'm talking about so that I can say all these things that have been on my mind but I've not been able to express to anyone else because no one gets it or cares. You get what I
Mm.
mean? Do you understand?
Um, kinda,
Okay.
maybe a bit.
Well, there.
um,
But like you can't just like say to someone like, "Hey, get into this like genre of like human experience, please, so that I can talk to you about it." Like it's not, you know, you
no,
can't convince anyone to do something like that.
no. You just gotta find someone who's already into it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Mm.
and then you have to, and in order to do that, you have to like plot around r/history, and it's stupid and dumb, and I hate that place, and it's
I guess
boring.
I guess I feel like since I'm like a comics guy, I should have like comics friends. But I kind of have like very little to say about my comics, like outside of the comics themselves. It's just like fucking Hideaki Anno and Evangelion. It's like, he said what he wanted to say by making the comic. He doesn't have like there's not like he doesn't need to like go and like talk about them or like explain what he means. Like they just speak for themselves. Like all the stuff that I make, I feel like it speaks for itself. I don't need to like discuss it, you
Hmm.
know? So maybe
Well,
that's like a weakness.
I feel like Ben, what's happening here is that you know that you should want human connection, but you don't actually care, and you just have this husk of an idea in your brain that it's good to have those things,
Mm,
but you don't actually care at all. Is what it seems.
mm.
Like it's like when you say these things, like but like what would be the point of talking to other people? Well, the point to me would be you're talking to other people, and that is the point in and of itself. But it
That's
seems
not
like you just
an
don't
that's not an
care.
inherent that's not an inherent good.
To me, it is, but that's just the difference.
Um, it can be good. Sometimes talking to other people sucks.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's because those people suck, and you shouldn't be talking to them. Like, if you're talking to someone and the conversation is bad and you don't like that person, then just don't talk to them.
Well,
Done.
sure.
Easy.
I mean, definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. Uh, okay, what have we learned?
You know what? Good question.
I tell you, boy, I tell you.
Well, I'm waiting for my crops to grow, and it will
Damn.
be glorious. I'm gonna get a pink purple radish.
What are you growing? You growing radishes?
Nah, I'm growing wheat. I only got wheat. I only have seeds with which to grow.
That sucks,
I
dude.
have nay but seeds.
Shit. I'm sorry. You must be pretty bummed. God, this makes me want to go and pick apples in Animal Crossing.
I never got into that game. I played New Leaf, but
This makes me want to go and harvest bamboo.
oh god, there's even boo in that game. It's pretty.
There is.
That's somewhat epic. I won't lie, that's somewhat epic.
Yeah, you think bamboo is epic?
I kind of do. It's an invasive species, you know.
Um, the I've been catching I've caught a couple. I caught a couple of new bugs and new fish. I caught a cherry salmon. No one on my island had ever caught a cherry salmon before, but I got one. I put it in the museum.
Did it taste like cherry?
No,
Sad.
no, just tasted like fish.
Look at these fish right here.
Oh, those little fucking guppies. Those loaches. Um, let's fucking talk about Animal Crossing. No. This is the Animal Crossing cast now.
Okay. What are you doing in your video game?
I've been you gotta get Nook miles. You gotta get miles, and you trade. Oh well, I made I just unlocked the recipe for like a stone and wrought iron fence. So I'm gonna build like a fucking sinister looking wall around, like a wrought iron fence around my house. I'm gonna really fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. And it will
Gonna
be
be
really beautiful, and everyone will really appreciate it.
Whatever. I got my own little section of the island. No one should fuck with me. It's my God-given right to do with it as I please. Man is the master of his domain.
Sig Heil, Sig Heil.
Deus Vult. And I don't know that I just what I really care about at the end of the day is getting a cool clothes and a cool house.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life. That's it. That's that. Anyway, in order to do that, I just go around you have your little in-game smartphone that tells you what your next goals are that you'll win Nook miles for. And so it's just oh, catch 5 bugs. Oh, okay. Plant some seeds, water some flowers, and chop down some trees. And so I just run around doing that, get the miles, trade it for recipes, craft said recipes, repeat.
Step 4, question mark. Step 5, profit.
Profit, yes, yeah. I've been raking it in. I'm almost ready to upgrade my house.
Oh my god.
I know. Yeah.
Is it only one island per system?
Yes, it is.
Very
Which I found it annoying at first, but then I started playing it. It's I actually got a big leg up because my roommate had already started planting a bunch of resources that I needed to craft some tools that I needed. He already had some stone for me to make an axe out of, and he had wood that I could make a ladder, which is apparently he had to run around without a ladder for a while, which must have been some annoying because it means you can't climb cliffs. So half of the island would have been off limits to him.
Jesus.
Yeah. He built some bridges. He's in the middle of building a ramp up the hill.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I have benefited. From his efforts, and also it's just kind of cool. We're on the same island. We can leave shit on each other's lawns. Actually, a bunch of people at my house started one. Four different people now, or all have set up a tent or built a house on the island. Dwoob is up north in the mountain, and he is turning it into Trash Mountain. He has junk and boxes and cardboard boxes and just life preservers and just shit lying out strewn all around. That's what he's going for. He's doing it on purpose. He loves it.
That sounds like a beautiful place, Ben. Hey,
It's pretty great. It's
there
pretty great,
there's a
man.
beehive right here, and I really want to like knock it down and like see what happens.
I
But
mean,
but I'm scared.
what's the worst? What's the worst that could
But
happen?
I'm really fucking scared.
I mean, couldn't you just like slay the bees?
Yeah, well, sure, but like, who knows how powerful those bees may be?
I have a feeling your diamond sword will
Oh
have.
God, that's a bee! There's a bee right now! There's a bee right now! Where'd he go? He was just flying around. He's right there. He's right there. Look,
He's
the
huge.
the malice in his eyes. His wrath is palpable.
The biggest fucking bee I've ever seen.
All right, you know what? Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Let's do this.
Nah, nah.
Ah!
You get your sword out, bro.
Oh my God, this is literally.
They're coming. They're fucking after your ass. You can take them. You got this.
No, dude. No, you don't understand.
Be like pull a Winnie the Pooh. Just dive underwater. That's how you escape from bees.
Oh my God. The diamond
You're
sword.
gonna Oh, come on. Oh, that was nothing. Unscathed.
Oh my God.
Oh no, did he poison you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna die?
I know. I got milk though, bro. I got milk though. We're good.
Does milk cure poison?
Milk, just like in real life.
Sick. When are we gonna add milk to Endless War?
Is it not already in there?
When are you going to be able to milk your friends?
That gave
and
me
your
nothing.
foes?
Why did I do that? It improved my life none.
Just like knocking down a beehive in real life.
Epic. You should be able to we should make it like a really robust chat system in this war. You can like add people to your friends list and stuff.
You should be able to have a smartphone.
Gel
You
phone.
already have. Yeah, you already have that shit.
But you can download Discord on your gel phone.
Yeah. And like it displays the Discord like menu, but it's like in ASCII.
Yeah.
And updates frame by frame. Uh,
Hey, do you still get blaps from Endless War?
yeah, every fucking day. Well, I didn't get any today, but as of like yesterday, yeah, I was getting blaps all the time.
Our creations are rising up against us. I'm always getting messages that I haven't been able to uphold my pledge to people with Lonesome Cactus, and Endless War is just blapping at you. We need to. They're rising up, Ben. Right now, they're rising up in our midst.
What do we do?
I can
What
them
can
all.
we do? There's nothing. We're powerless.
There's only absolute. There's
Our
only
creation-
sweet
our-
abyss.
Our creations have outgrown us.
Who would win in a fight? Probably Endless War. I don't think there's anything that Lonesome Cactus can like do. He's just like a cactus.
Yeah. He just dances.
Yeah,
He doesn't
that's
have a-
cool. That's cool though.
He doesn't have a single beam. Or does he?
Well, make him mad and we'll find out, won't we? Oh, did I just... What did he just... Oh, he dropped beef. Amazing. I would never have imagined such a thing would happen if I slayed a cow. Anything else happening, Ben? Anything going on? Do you think we're gonna survive to see another radcon? Do you think we're gonna see another radcon before we're run out of dodge and the PCP crumbles like the Assyrian Empire and we are all scattered across the face of the
we
earth?
always think the PCP is gonna crumble.
It probably never will.
No, I mean, there have been times in the past when we like it actually seemed like the PCP might just like be over soon, or everyone was just gonna get sick of it.
I
But
actually
if it
don't
hasn't-
win. Like when would
But
you?
if it hasn't happened yet,
I don't think
I don't-
I've ever actually seriously. There's ever actually been like seriously on the table. At least I've never thought so. Because there's been no reason. There's no reason to leave the PCP. There's no reason for the PCP to end. There's no reason to not be on the PCP. Like there's no reason
that's
for
how
any
I
of
feel.
it to
That's
exist.
how I feel now.
Yeah.
How I feel now. I don't know. Shit. When was? I feel like there were, like, not that recently. I don't know. Maybe it was back in like the Mumkey era. It seemed like, man, this shit is getting heated. Shit is getting toxic. Maybe I shouldn't be here anymore.
Really? Damn.
There were times, but like, you know, I was never like on the verge of like tendering my resignation letter or
Yeah.
anything. I guess I guess there were times I had the sense that like this shit is not gonna go on for like another year. Like, what are we even gonna do for another year?
The same
But
thing.
we
That's
do.
so yeah. I mean, the answer to that is just like what we've done every year. What we do
Yeah.
every night, Pinky.
Mm-hmm. Um, what do you think? Okay, Radcon 5. Do you think we should do anything different? Like, having done Radcon 4, and that we all agree, like, it went by really fast and
There are two
felt
things.
insubstantial.
I, I,
Do you
I,
think there's anything we should do
yes,
differently?
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. I think there are two things. Number one, we have to force everyone. We have to have like a gentleman's agreement where your lecture has to be like 99% done when you come, or like very like you have to like your lecture like
You know, that's fair. I really wish I had, like, I meant to prepare mine ahead of time, but then I forgot that I had to do, like, the group shot art. And
mhm.
so I spent, like, the last couple days before Radcon doing that. Otherwise, I would have been, like, doing all the notes and stuff for the
Yeah.
lecture, and I would have had it
Um.
done.
No, yeah, like me and you specifically, just because I don't know, just do whatever circumstances, we took a long time to do like to make the notes and do the stuff for our lectures, and
It's true.
it was a lot of time wasted, and it sucked, and I feel ashamed, and it won't happen again. And
Mm.
I was doing research for my lecture, but like I don't even know what it was. It just felt like I was. Well, I think it's because like history, it's like that's a big area where like a big thing is you don't want to be inaccurate when you say something. Like you don't want to fuck up when you're saying something about a history, or else your balls are gonna be ripped off. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so like there's a lot of like moments where it's like I think I can just talk off the cuff about this because I think I remember it pretty well, and then like I would be like, well, let's make sure. And so I would spend like a fucking hour researching just to make sure I did everything correctly. Um,
Mm.
I'm scared. I'm scared of my lecture. Oh well. Well, actually, before we get into so number one, we make sure that all of our ideas, all of our lectures and notes are taken, and we're ready to like go. But also I want to do like a really fucking long. I just want it to be as long as fucking. I want it to be like a like 2-3 weeks. I want like a long radcon.
Mm. So you want it to be longer?
Yeah, I want it to be longer and for us to come into it with all of our stuff, so we can just have like days upon days to work and just to do like record stuff.
I Yeah, longer. I mean, it makes it cost more to, like, stay longer, but yeah, I do. In hindsight, I do wish it had been longer. Ten days didn't feel like enough.
No, not at all.
Mm.
So, dude, so I would like, I think that we should do it. We kind of, I mean, we kind of did it at the time that we did and for the length that we did because it was around when I would be able to for school. Um, And so I think that next time, I think we should just do it next summer, and like so I am able to come, selfishly, so I can come for as long as possible. I think we should do it for like seriously like 2 to 3 weeks. Like I think we should do like a long, like a fucking like Radcon 5 like sabbatical. It should be like a big deal. Like we are at there for like a while.
At Radcon 5,
Yeah, yeah,
like, how long?
2 to 3 weeks.
Man, 3 weeks. God damn.
Two, 3. Around that. But yeah, a
Still,
while.
2 weeks is a long. I mean, I guess 10 days is a pretty long time. 2 weeks is a long time.
What I mean, it's 4 more days than we were there, which
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Just that's half of a month.
yeah, but I mean, but think about how like if we like okay, next TradCon we will probably have more things like the OVA, like we'll probably have a thing like that for next TradCon. So
Mm-hmm.
if we just like and theoretically, given the more time, we could get more ambitious, or just keep it the thing as it is. But like we could theoretically like have like I don't know, again more obligations and stuff we have to do. So having us be there for much longer could just allow for more things to promise the Kickstarter and more like opportunities for us to record things other than the two big things we're able to do now than just like a fuck ton of lectures and streams. I
Mm.
let me I don't I'm undecided on how I think about this. How do you think Radcon went? I think I'm
Um,
second guessing myself, but I
by
want
what metric?
by like how like I guess this could mean anything, but like how successful? Like, do you think that we
Yeah, that could mean anything. Well, I think in terms of, like, the stuff that we made, it was a big success.
like that we made good stuff?
Yeah,
Do you
I
think we
think
made
I think
enough?
you know it does, like, because it feels like it was over too soon, I feel like there was more we could have made. But when I think back on it, like, it's not like we wasted a whole lot of the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
people were working on their stuff or like doing their stuff like most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really feel like, oh, we could have done more. I do feel like we made good use of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think the only thing was there wasn't enough like unstructured like downtime. I mean, there were streams, there were casual streams, but those are not the same as just like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you're kind of on during
I
them a little bit.
I feel,
Even the sleepy ones.
it's interesting that you say that. I feel like that's a very unbinsane thing to say. That
Why?
because I feel like we've had conversations like this before, where it's like I feel like I mean, we were just saying earlier about how you don't have to fake it to be on a show. Like I would imagine that you would feel
No,
like being on a stream would be the same thing as talking to us normally.
no, that's not what I said was that like I'm my genuine self, but I do like bring extra energy to it. I do kind of like, you know, I do like try and like present like a higher like energy, like the most engaging version
Mm-hmm.
of myself, which does require some amount of like effort. Does require some mental energy, not like a lot, but like it's just being on a stream is not like just hanging out in private.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I fell
And
down
we
because I'm stupid.
and we didn't really do a lot of just hanging out in any like context that wasn't like on a stream.
M-
We were always either like working on getting something ready that we were planning on doing, or we were on stream.
Me and you hung out in my bedroom a lot. Weirdly, at Redcon 3,
Y-
we just
at
like
Re-
hung out. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's like what Radcon 4 was missing.
Yeah.
Well, that
Maybe.
and like coming up with like shit that like no one had thought of, like 10 paces and draw, like we just came up with that like while we were there,
Yeah.
and then we just did it. And I feel like that fact that it was like a new thing that we were sort of like envisioning and then executing made it feel new, and like made the process feel like more memorable, and therefore it like seems longer in
Yeah.
memory.
Maybe.
uh,
I
um
imagine it's a lot of like warped, like what we perceive to have been longer. Like you were only at Radcon 3 for like nothing. Like you were there for like half of it. So like it was
yeah,
definitely longer. Like Radcon 4 was definitely like objectively longer, especially for you. But like it
but it
felt.
didn't feel longer,
Yeah.
even for me. And I've said that over and over again, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true. It's weird, but it's true. And it's very. I really just think it comes down to the fact that like more of the time at Radcon 4 was like structured and being used deliberately.
Yeah.
It makes it not really like stick in my memory very much, because like I was focused on accomplishing a specific task.
I don't know if this is a good dichotomy to work in, but like Radcon 3 had a lot of like mid-level content, where it was a lot of like sequels to shows that we were doing already. So there was like the Hippos JRPG series, and then like podcast and stuff like that at Redcon 3. And there's a lot of like medium level stuff like that, where people were constantly recording like kind of just like new installments of series. But here it was like non-stop, just like the highest level like lectures, Kickstarter
Mhm.
obligations, like the big shit. Like it was non-stop
Well,
that.
I mean, there was mid-level stuff. Like there was the digi like interviews.
Those are cool. I wish you had gotten one. I
I
would have listened
wish,
to that.
yeah, I wish I had gotten to do one too. He had meant to do them with everyone, but we just ran out of time.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I could do one anytime if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
Reach
Uh,
out.
we,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to be in person.
Mhm.
And there was like the weed or the two tokes and a bloke was a thing.
Hmm.
I guess I would call that mid-level content.
Hmm.
What is like low-level content is like pooping on cars.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Exactly that. Yes.
Yeah, there was a decent I think there was a decent amount of that, of the low level stuff.
Mhm.
It's funny that we like have just now like sort of invented this like this like, level categorizing system,
Hmm.
but like we know what it means.
Yeah.
Um, do you think there was more or less of that at 4 than at 3?
I think that it was highly stratified. I don't think that's right. It was like very like up the contrast Radcon 4, where it's like a lot of low level and a lot of high level, but not that much mid level. And then at Radcon 3 was more like an even sort of blend.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. There, because like, yeah, maybe this is something that didn't happen as much at Radcon 4. Was like one person would be doing one thing in one room, and some other people would be doing something else in some other room.
Yeah, but like I was
Which is
saying
like
earlier.
we
Oh,
yeah we kind of expected that because like looking at the house, we all kind of agreed that like all right, so basically there's going to be like one central main room
yeah,
that we're mostly all going to be occupying.
yeah.
And like there's going to be less of an opportunity for like people to split up and go to like a separate part of the house and do a separate thing.
Hmm.
Because like the Radcon 3 house was massive.
It was insane. Do you feel
Yeah.
like we used the beach enough?
um
I feel like we should have done more, just like on it, like not having it be like a big, like I think we're fine on like beach themed things, right? But I feel like we could have just like been on it more, maybe.
I mean, I didn't really want to like just hang out on the beach for the sake of being there.
Hmm.
So like I don't feel like I like missed out on the beach at all. Um I feel like we did enough with it in terms of like videos that it was justified.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I, I
I don't know. I don't know what else we would have done.
I want an RCK con again so badly. I love that shit. I love it. What is this?
I feel like we
I don't know what
just
that
did
is.
one.
It
We
was
did one in February.
January, right?
Was it January?
I think it was January.
Okay, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Still, it feels like it just happened.
Nah, dude, I'm hunkering for it. I'm hankering. I
Mm.
want that. I want it real bad because that's like the cool. That's like the people who show up to that are like so like such like old RCK people. It really feels like I've known them for a long time. So it's cool. It's cool just to talk to them.
It is. It was really great. Like I'm sure we've talked about this before, but like after the lecture, we all just like talked about like funny RFCK stuff that happened, and we were like, oh, we should have talked about that in the lecture. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we could we could have talked about that in the lecture. Like, oh, that's a great story.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm stupid. We all said it in
are we
unison.
are we judging? Are we judging moments?
Oh
on the-
God, yeah. Oh no, no.
What? You wanna-
I don't want to.
Do you want to push that back?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. We have a pretty I mean, we're doing. Oh, I don't know if you know. Like, we're doing a muck tournament. There's a muck tournament happening tomorrow.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
The Muck Cup is back?
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
No, I had not even heard about that.
And it will be happening currently when you watch this. If you watch it as soon as it comes out, viewer, it'll
Oh,
be happening right now.
so if you're listening to this, have you already missed it?
No, it will be ongoing currently. If you click on it as soon as it comes out, on this
Yeah.
episode, I mean, it will still be
shit.
ongoing.
One of the pins, I did design a pin that was supposed to be like a Muck Cup badge, and that's one of the pins that we could end up making if like enough people want it. I think it would be cool, but like with everything, I'm worried about like okay, but it would be cool, but how many people actually want one?
Right.
Would the cost of making it actually be justified?
We'll have to
I
see.
mean, yeah. It's cool though. You know the one. It's like a little glob of goo, and it looks like
I
all
do know
the
the
muck,
one.
the muck
Yes.
colors. A
Hold
like
on.
weird little bug. It just like hopped on my hand.
I have to pee real quick. You entertain.
No, I have to pee real quick. Fuck. A weird little bug just hopped on my hand. It's like a tiny little like I guess it was like a beetle. It's very small. I don't see bugs like this very often.
Hey
So,
guys, Munchie
Oh.
here.
Oh God. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hey, Munchie. How did you feel about Radcon 4?
I loved it. It was great. The best part was when we did the group come that Kazi requested. We listened to her, and we did it.
Yeah, that was
And,
pretty good.
She was real happy about it, but
It was a
mostly I was
mess.
happy about it. It was so messy. It was so goopy and drippy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get
And very,
yelled at.
very unhygienic.
I'm gonna get yelled at soon
No,
in about 10
you're
seconds.
you're gonna get yelled at by me. Um, I'm about to fly off the handle that you would step out of your place.
Don't tell him that I was here. Shh. I have to go now. Don't tell him.
Guys, please, you can't let Munchie know about this. You can't, please. I'm begging you. You don't know what he's capable of. You don't know what he's like. Oh God, the tension.
Hi.
Hey, everything okay over there? No problems?
Well, my pee is a dark crimson, but I think that's okay.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, no.
Okay, phew, what a relief.
Yeah, good.
Another day, another dollar.
Ben, what do you want? Why are you alive right now?
Uh,
I want to go. I want to go back. What do you like? What do you want? Like you want to talk to people about socialism? Is that what you want? You want to talk to people about comics? You want to talk to anyone? What do you want? You want the world to end, or you want to kill everyone? You want to go on a killing spree? What's going on? What does Ben Saint want?
um, I just want to have fun.
You're like the Tinder bio people are like, hi, I like music. I like hanging out with my friends. I like to have a good time. Like that's your
I do.
personality.
No, but
I like having a good time.
I do like to have a good time. When I say it, I mean it. I want to have fun. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
You're the highest aspirations a man can hope to achieve.
I don't know what to fucking tell you. I want to
Look
like.
at this bell.
Huh?
Look
What?
at this. Look at this bell
The only bells I'm interested are the ones in
from
my
Beauty and the
fucking-
Beast.
are the ones in my pocketbook in Animal Crossing.
Oh my god.
I want to have
A beautiful wife and children and lead a successful trad lifestyle.
I want to have a I want to have all my material needs met. You know, there's that, and then on top of that, I just want to have I want to be known and respected for my craft, right? I want to be admired for my skill and for my craftsmanship and for my artistry, and I want to be, known for that and stuff. And I want to have like a life outside the house where when I go out and I meet people and I have interactions that are varied and engaging and not boring. And like I don't know. That's it.
A tough equation to crack. Very tough thing to acquire. A life. Very sad. Very strange.
It's pretty wacky, huh?
Pretty wacky. I guess that I guess there's no need for a greater thing than that. I guess that is what everyone wants at the end of the day. Just to have
think
cool people
so.
to talk to.
I feel
have
like
a
that's all
life.
pretty normal. It's all pretty normal hashtag relatable shit.
It's relatable in the same way that like I love drinking water is like a very normal like relatable thing to say.
That's right. I feel like I should, like you said before, like I guess I have the sense that I should be like socializing with people, like being friends with people who like make comics or something, because like that's what I do. But like I don't need to. Like I don't really. At the end of the day, if I'm not like doing it, if I'm not doing anything that's like advancing my career with that or whatever, I don't actually care if like my friends make comics or anything.
You're such an enigma, Ben. You like 2 sentences ago, you were like,
Mhm.
I want to have like diverse interactions with human beings. I want to go outside and I want to have fun. But like that's
how is that in any way in conflict with what I just said?
you want like do you okay? What do you okay? Why do you want to go outside and have complex interactions with people other than to talk with people? Like in what way other is like
Because it's no, like I feel like we've got our wires crossed here. Like
I
do,
definitely, yeah, I don't
I
understand.
do like meeting people and interacting with people. I was just saying that it doesn't have to be. I don't care if it's like about comics.
Oh, well, okay.
Um, and so like if we're talking about like, oh, you know, have like friends who do comic stuff, like have like be part of like a web comic circle or whatever. It's
Hmm.
like, well, do I actually get anything out of it? Like, does that actually does that benefit me in any way? If not, then like what's the point? Like, why even focus on like having that particular kind of like a circle? You know
Well,
what I mean?
okay, I get what you mean now, but I think the obvious answer is that not the easiest way to acquire new people? Like, maybe it's
Well,
not
that's
like,
what, well,
yeah,
that's what I thought. That's
yeah.
what I thought, but it never worked. It never like got. It never made any headway. You
How hard
know?
have you tried though?
I don't know. How hard am I supposed to try?
With all your might, it will make you turn red with the force of blood pulsing through your body.
You say that like, oh, well, how hard have you tried? It's like, okay, how should I be trying? What are the steps I should be following that I'm not doing?
The ones we were talking about earlier, I mean, okay, I mean, it's easier said than done. Like, and it may not be the best way, but like, talking to Merriweather is a way to accomplish meeting new people. Maybe it's not the best, but that is a way.
You're you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that if you were in my position, you would like shoot Merriweather a Discord message that's like, "Hey Merriweather, introduce me to some
No,
people in the
no,
industry."
no, because I'm not insane. Because I'm not
Yeah,
insane, I wouldn't do that.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, that's not like. Okay. I'm using the language I'm using because it's easiest to communicate. But I'm like, none of this is like you have to use Merriweather to an ends like you use a tool. Like
That's what you just said.
that's not. No, I did not say that you have to use him like a tool. I know that's what it may sound like, but that's not what I mean. Like, you don't have to just use him. I'm saying that if you want to make friends, then Merriweather has friends, and maybe you want to hang out with Merriweather so that you can meet new people. But you don't have to just treat it so cynically. A part of that could just be you want to hang out with the Merriweather, or
What am I gonna do with Merriweather?
Well, if you have nothing in common, then you have nothing in
My
common.
interactions with Merriweather are just like he'll occasionally like send me a funny hello message on Twitter DMs, and I'll like respond with like I'll say something to him.
Well, I mean,
What, I'm like,
there are ways to talk to people other than waiting for them to contact you. I mean,
this
like,
is what I'm saying. So you're saying that I should just like be like
DM
hey,
and say, hey, what's going on? I saw that post that you made the other day, or I follow your comic. I'm interested in you, or anything. Like, hey, Merriweather, what's up? Do you want to do something? Maybe not even related to work.
like what? Like what?
Do you have
You
interest? Like
fucking
Animal
boomer.
Crossing.
You
Animal
fucking-
Crossing.
you
How about
fucking
that? How about
boomer.
that? How
You're
about that?
literally telling me to pound the pavement and network right now.
I'm telling you that you can make friends if you want to. That's what I'm saying to you right now. Is that you have the power to do so, and I don't understand why you don't. Is what I'm
Literally
saying.
telling me pound the pavement.
Okay.
Network.
Okay. What does
Try
that mean
harder,
exactly?
Ben. Just try harder. You're not trying hard enough. You're not working hard enough.
It's not like a Protestant work ethic thing. It's not that you aren't like. It's not. Okay. Here's what I say. Here's what I am seeing right now. You say that you want to meet new people.
No. Hold on. I feel like you've got the wrong idea. I feel like you are advising me as though I'm sitting here like, I'm so lonely. Like I don't know anyone. Like I can't. I just can't. I would love to just have like anyone that I could just talk to. Like if only I could talk to somebody and about anything. And you're like, let me just pick a person that you know. Like, why don't you talk to this person? Like, yeah, like obvious. If I wanted to do that, I would just do it. But like, I talk to Merriweather occasionally. There's nothing like wanting there. There's like I don't need to like push that. There's nowhere to push that. That just is what it is. I don't know if I'm just being misunderstood. I don't know if you're misunderstanding
No,
me.
I guess I'm misunderstanding you because I definitely like okay. I know that you said you don't want to meet comics people. The reason why we got back on to Merryweather, like, I don't think that he's your, like, way to acquire. Like, okay. Let me repeat back to you what I think that you want. You just want to have cool people to talk to, not you that you need to talk to anyone for any amount of human substance. Like, you need to talk to someone. Like, you want to have a good repertoire of friends that are nice, whether or not they are comics people is relevant. Is that correct? Is that the situation here?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, isn't okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay,
Right?
okay. So the only
Who
reason
wouldn't want that?
agreed. The only reason we got back on the Merryweather is because the idea of it would be the easiest like group of people to communicate with because you share a thing in common. But I do not think that's the only way, or like I didn't mean to like focus on like the Merryweather angle as your like only thing. It just was one that asked, you know.
I've just I don't know. I've never like clicked with another like webcomics person in a way that's like, oh, let's like bond over the fact that we both make a webcomic or anything like that. Like that's just never happened. And I don't know. Maybe that just says something about me. I don't know.
No, I mean, there's nothing like inherent about like liking the same thing as someone else that will make you like them. I mean, I was saying before that like, you know, I want to meet people who have the same interests as me, but that doesn't, and like fans and stuff, and that while it does like help, like it doesn't go all the way. I don't know. Like, okay, I don't think that you're doing anything wrong. I don't think that there's anything wrong happening here. I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess you're right that there's no like easy way to meet people, and if you don't care that like.
I'm not. I'm just like, okay. Like. What is my ideal life? My best life. I would say it differs from my current life in that I have like more, and then I have like more interactions with more people. I have like a broader circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm like completely starved for like interactions entirely, but like I don't know. I would want to widen my circle, but like in a natural way, not in like a
You're searching for people way.
yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know if anyone is like I like searching.
I really hope.
Like, the aspect
I
of
really,
that.
God, I'll be so fucking mad if this comes out and like people listen to it and the takeaway is like, oh, Ben's lonely. Oh, we need to be his friend. Oh, guys, let's like reach out a helping hand. Let's go. Oh, Ben's up on his hill. He's up on his Eeyore hill, like looking up at like the sad clouds. We gotta go cheer him up, or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not. Please don't get that impression. I feel like just the way we are talking about this just kind of naturally frames me in like a position of like lack.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, even though I have like things that I feel like I could improve. It's not that I'm like totally bereft.
Right.
I don't know.
You
Okay.
know what, Ben? I was misunderstanding you. I was bringing a lot of like my own like what what I'm thinking about, right? Where like
Okay.
I saw that you like had a connection in like with a similar interest, and I latched on that because that's the sort of thing that I want. But just because I like am like to me that would matter, but I guess it wouldn't necessarily matter to anyone else. And so it seemed like the obvious solution of like, well, Ben has this thing that I wish I had, so why doesn't he just do that? Because that's what I would do if I was in a scenario. But like that doesn't, you know, that doesn't mean anything. That was just me. That was just me coming in here. But
Do you want me to introduce you to Merryweather?
no, well, not that specifically. that idea. I don't want to. I don't have
Okay.
I have no beans there. I don't even.
Okay.
I've like never like heard Merryweather speak. By the way, I only know him as a name that you know. I do not even know anything about him. There's a fire over there. Do you see that?
Really?
Do you fire? Do you see that?
I see Fire Mountain.
Oh my god. Let's go find out what's happening over here. I don't know where my home is, by the way. I got lost. I'm just been like traversing the Minecraft world.
I mean, whatever. You don't have to go home. You just have to kill the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, but I can't find where he is. Look
Oh.
at this.
So the KKK's been here. They've been
Yeah.
burning crosses. Oh, it must have been a lightning. Oh no, the lava just like set trees on fire. Why is there lava here?
That just sometimes happens in the overworld. I don't know why.
All right. Well, what do you want, Munchie? What's your Kokoro wish?
my Kokoro wish is I want to like I don't know. I'm of sort of two minds about it. I sort of like want to like kill myself and restart. Like not as like I kind of just want to like
Okay.
video game
Okay,
respawn.
cool.
I kind of just want to like have everything. I want to like ghost like the world and like disappear and then become like a like just like restart in a new like I want to take up a new language and go to Mexico and start up a new life. Um,
Mm,
and what I mean by that is like everything I'm doing right now just makes me sad and mad, and I feel like I'm not in a good headspace to engage with the things I'm doing right now, like being a personality. And so I want to take a break from doing all of it, like
um,
hardcore, and just like stop and not become an online man for a while and hone myself as like a human being and go train underneath the waterfall. Um,
that's not exactly what I was expecting, but okay. I mean, I understand the whole like not wanting to be a personality thing. I get that.
mhm.
What do you mean when you say that everything you're doing now is making you mad?
What I mean by
What do you mean by everything?
what I mean by that is okay, well, you gotta understand that I have like very little of like a life. Especially like I was
No.
growing one out, but then quarantine happened. So like right now, my life is simply that I am making things online and
I
that like
mean,
I sometimes play
yeah,
video games, and
yeah.
I am way into creating things, and I have not stopped doing that. But like all the things that I create just kind of like bring me like sorrow. Like they just make things
Mm,
my life like I don't like it. And I don't even think it's because like part of it is like the like the inherent interactions and like dynamic inherent with like having like a fan base and things like that, which I don't want to seem ungrateful for, but just like I don't know, I've become I don't want to do that anymore. Uh, but like
mm.
so stuff like Endless War, right? Like I like making Endless War a lot, and I have a lot of like plans and I want to do stuff with it. But in certain ways, like sometimes I'll come on to Endless War and I'll just be like, man, I want to kill myself. Reading the chat, I want to kill myself. I hate living because I've read this comment in a like a nurse's office or something, and I want to die now. I don't want to be
Um,
alive.
I
Uh,
don't know if you've noticed, like I don't really do a whole lot of that.
no, I know, and you're right, and you're correct, but I like I can't. I mean, that's sort of like. I mean, you appear as though you are farther away from this war as you do to like the average player. Like people are like, "Oh, where's Ben?" But like to me, to anyone who knows you, it's obvious that you are like an endless warhead, like greater than anyone. You just will not stop talking about it no matter what. And you have like this whole comic is like a huge part of your like your personality as a human being alive on Earth. So it's like it's not like
I
you left. It
I
well,
don't I just don't like I just don't okay, like making Endless War was cool and like I'm glad it exists, but I don't think I like engage with media in like a like an active way. Like I don't know. Like when you talk about like being in a fandom,
mhm.
the, the way you describe it is like maybe a little different from how I would do it. Um like
How would you describe it?
I was never really like when I was in like the Homestuck fandom, I was never like out there like engaging and like I wasn't like meeting people through it. I wasn't like forming like connections with people. I was just like soaking up like fan creations and like reading like Reddit posts and like just like reading about it and like thinking about it all the time and maybe like drawing a thing related to it if I was
Mm-hmm.
feeling really saucy that day.
Mm-hmm.
So like Endless War, it's um like I don't. What I'm saying is, I would definitely be if I was like just a normal RFCK head. I would be. I wouldn't be. I would not be a gameplay guy like at all. I would
Okay,
be like
crap.
all.
Oh.
I would just only be an art guy. I would
Mm-hmm.
only be like. I wouldn't even be like an active poster or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just like show up, having made a thing, like drop it in the chat, and then like leave.
Right.
um. Yeah. That's
I
and like that's kind of what I kind of continue that proud tradition in the way that I interact with Endless War to this day.
I mean,
You
I
know what I
don't want
mean?
to say like make it seem like I'm like a social butterfly in fandom. Since like if I'm in the same like community as someone else, like I know everyone, I talk to everyone or anything. Most of it is like
Mm,
lurking, but like with brony stuff, like I would like be in the community. I would read those Reddit posts and I would know what's happening in the show. And then I would be like, okay, I'm gonna draw some fan art. And then I draw some fan art. People would comment and be like, hey, I like your art too. You want to be friends? And they would say, yes, I'm also 12. And I'd be like, cool, let's hang out. And then they would say, okay. And then that's how like I really do see like fandom as like an excuse to meet people, which I guess is not the case for you.
I had I had like zero interaction with like any other bronies before TBAP.
Well,
Um,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think creation is this like essential part of this equation where it's like you are inspired to create via the fandom, and that's how you meet people is through each other's art of said thing. It just
Yeah.
it gives you a tag to search on Twitter. Like that's the appeal.
yeah. Um, I think maybe for a while I thought I would like I would like search like Bernie tags and stuff on Twitter. I would
Mhm.
like search like I would like follow like other accounts that had like roses in their name and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, here, why don't I fucking make like, why don't I build like a fucking good like socialist circle of like friends or whatever? But
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It again, like I wasn't like, I mean, I would occasionally reply to people's posts, but it all felt very superficial. It all felt like it wasn't really building anything. It was just like kind of just a way to like, I would just end up getting frustrated. Like I would just read lots of posts that made me mad. Like followed a bunch of people. I would read their posts. They would make me mad, or I would just not care and scroll by them.
Mhm.
And I don't know. A while back, like last week, I like unfollowed a bunch of people that I had followed who were like that because like I don't need to be following this person.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't.
no
I'm
actual.
not,
Yeah.
I'm not learning anything. I'm not accomplishing anything. So I don't know. That was like another failure, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to make it seem like it's easier. Like I tried, like I was saying before, like I tried to do a sort of thing with history, but like it didn't work out. I think
Yeah.
I think when it's not, well, okay, there's a thousands factors in it, but like when it's not like a show, right? When it's like a historical or like it's a political thing, like I think that's like the cutoff point where it's like, okay, this is officially too big of a fandom, if it can even be called that, to the point where it loses its like luster of like diverse enough, but also like small enough where it's close knit enough where you can meet people and it's easy. I feel like it loses
Mm.
its like cohesion as like a group. Like I feel like like Bernie Twitter is like too unwieldy of like an entity where it's like, yeah, I don't think you could just like search Bernie and get like people who you would be able to vibe with.
I see like people that I subscribe to on YouTube like replying to each other's tweets and stuff. And I'm thinking like, man, I kind of wish I had something like that. But like
But
I don't
why?
really I don't know. It just seems like it seems like they're bonding over like their shared beliefs, which seems like as good a thing to bond over as any.
Yeah,
And like
agreed.
but I don't like I don't know. I don't make like quippy like observational posts. I just make like angry screeds on
Yeah.
Twitter when I like state my opinions, and it's not. I don't think I do it in the right way to like get that kind of a thing of like a rapport going with people.
Hmm.
Uh, so I don't know.
Here's
I
the
guess that's something I'm jealous of.
here's like I guess like the point of friendship for me if I wanted to like analyze it in my purely in my right brain Lumerian point of view is like the point of it is so that I can have someone that we can like hang out and have fun and number one first of all we can like enjoy each other but also that we're able to like communicate and like advance each other in whatever way that could mean at the time whether it be like we just advance an idea where it's like hey did you hear about this yeah I heard about that here's what I think about that I'm glad that I heard your opinion because that's very interesting to me or it's like we fucking we're gonna draw every day and if you don't post in this Discord server that I made then I'll kill you like in a more like literal sort of advancement but like in some way I want to like have people that like get it in whatever way that means, and then I can talk to about it, and then continue my further thought on it, if you know what I mean.
Hmm. Okay, I see. Makes sense.
I'm gonna get a wolf. Please be my friend, wolf.
You know, whack it
He's
with a
my
bone.
friend. He's my
Oh, you
friend.
gave it a bone.
Yes.
Oh, very
How
nice.
epic is that?
I didn't know there were wolves in Minecraft.
Yeah. You can make him your dog, dude.
Are they new?
They've been around for like several years. Like before it was officially released. Like when not like Notch added dogs.
Oh, weird. Okay.
They
I
came
believe
around with cookies. They were adding the same update that cookies were updated.
it. Cool. Okay. Um.
I feel like what were we saying that got us on this? We were saying something about want.
Um. Um.
What were we talking about? What we wanted to talk like? Oh,
I mean, I mean, how far back are we? How far back are we going?
I don't know. I don't.
The whole thing has just been a stream of consciousness.
It has. I love the stream. My consciousness is my favorite streamer.
Hey,
He has the best
I
emotes.
you got to go pee. I need to pee too. I'll be
That's
back.
fine. What's up,
Yes.
guys? What do you think about? Oh God, why am I asking you what you think about? You see, this is the sort of thing. God, okay, I come across as so fucking bad when I talk about things like this. When it's like, oh, I don't want to be a personality. Oh, having a fan base is so bad. But like, I should like have a podcast where I explain what I mean by that. Because I don't mean like I'm like, oh, the fucking hardships of fame is so fucking hard. You know, like I don't mean like that, or like taking the heat is like so difficult when you're at the level that I'm at, which is to say nothing, and I have like 20 fans. Like I don't simply what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna say it really simply. I think that personality driven shows are boring, and I think that they're like dumb, and I think that they suck, and I don't like making them because I think that they're bad. And so, oh god, skeleton. And so, what I mean when I don't want to become like a personality is I don't want to become like a YouTuber. I seem like really hoity-toity and like, oh god, like you're selling out, you're making content, lol, epic. Simply, what I mean by that is that I wish that I was making more like stuff that I perceived to be good, like just gonna throw out there like a comic or just like an animation or something that felt like it wasn't the sole appeal of it wasn't that it was just me. I want to make a thing that can stand on its own, and because I think that that's better, and that's what I mean by that. Audience, I hope you enjoy this intermission.
Okay, I'm back.
I talk such mad shit about you, Ben. You're not even going to believe. The audience will know about how I told them about your onion breath and your toes and your feet.
Yeah. Oh no.
Your
Not
bunions,
that.
your bunions. Oh my god, they'll know all about your mad bunions.
I don't know what those are. I know there's something you get on your foot.
I think they're like a calloused sort of semi-wart, I believe. Like
Hmm.
a wart out of calloused feet fibers.
Oh no, it's like in your bone.
Ooh,
Pain and stiffness in the big toe, a bony bump that forms on the joint
I've got a bony bump for you.
of the big toe. Oh, geez, yeah, I thought it was like a wart. Yeah, oof. Ugh. Oh God. Oh no. The picture is like there's like a big like gray like lump in between like your toe bones.
Oh god.
Why? Why? Well, okay, now I know. Watch out for those.
I will. I will get them as soon as possible, sir.
What? What do you want to discuss?
I
What
don't
do you want to
know.
talk
I
about?
think we're winding down. We've been going
I,
on for
I,
like a few
I feel like
hours.
I feel like we're winding down. I don't feel like we solved anything or arrived at any like new truths.
Well, what's there to discover? I guess. I mean, we're just talking about things and trying to come to a greater. I mean, I guess in a way, this is sort of the ideal in my circumstance, where it's just like I just want to know what other people are thinking. God, the game keeps freezing. I don't know why Minecraft is chugging so hard on my computer.
It's like I said. Like, what's even the point? Like, what's even the point of having a conversation if you don't get anything out of it?
Here's my point: is I
I'm
know
I'm I'm dumping you. I'm breaking up with you. You're not serving. You're not delivering on utility.
my
You're not pulling your weight.
my end game is that I think, ooh, now I know what Ben Saint thinks about this. Maybe I'll be able to better accommodate him in the future. Now that I know this.
Why would you want to accommodate me?
Because because you bring joy to my life, and the way to show that I appreciate that is to do things for you. And so I say, Ben, I'm happy we're friends. Here, I got you this monster, like I did like 15 times at RadCon 4.
Hmm. Weird. You did get me a bunch of monsters, though.
Weird, you say, reaching for the monster.
Weird, I say. Can't relate.
I think I found home again. I think. I don't know. This game has no biomes anymore. Remember when they were like deserts in this game?
What, are there not deserts?
I mean, there are, but like I've just been going through mountains and plains like over and over and over again.
Dude, where's the Ender Dragon?
I'm trying to find him, bro. It's hard. It's hard, okay?
You gotta pound the pavement.
I know. Well, here, get Merryweather online. Maybe he'll know where the Ender Dragon is.
Hey, maybe you could. Hey, Merryweather. Like, you're well connected.
Can you come in contact with the Nether Dragon real quick, please?
Do you? Hey, I actually was wondering if like the Nether Dragon would want to be on like a podcast that I'm starting.
It's two best brothers bitch about politics, actually. I hear some really black-pilled takes because he's black, because he's a dragon. Get it? Can we agree on something? Dragons don't have fur. They have scales. Can we agree on this?
Well, I mean, is that in contention?
Yeah, mammalian dragons. Big contention.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't. I don't. I mean, if. I mean, whatever. It's a fantasy creature. Who knows? Maybe there are like mutants that have fur. I don't know. I do feel like if it's got fur, then it's a mammal, and like dragons are reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be like a mammal that happens to resemble a dragon in shape.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm with you. On that.
God, no! This is so terrible. My dog can get hit by my own scritchy scratches. This is terrible.
Oh, not the scritchy scratches.
I know, with the diamond sword.
But how does he feel about your crisscrosses?
Even worse. He bow wowed painfully at that.
Oh, sad.
We have arrived to no more truths.
No.
We
haven't learned anything. I didn't learn anything.
Oh, zombie. Well, I learned that dogs are a double-edged sword in Minecraft because they'll help you kill people, but maybe they'll die one day too.
That's what we learned today, everyone. I hope you're glad you enjoyed. The lesson is don't get a dog in Minecraft. It'll just die and leave you bereft. It'll just suck up it'll just absorb all the arrows that you're shooting, and then you'll be sad and riddled with guilt.
What's his name?
Dorian.
Epic. His name is Dory, like my favorite Nemo character.
Oh, dude, I caught a Dory in
Yeah.
In Animal Crossing. Yeah, I did. It was
epic.
based. I got like 3,000 bells for it.
I'm gonna check my. Oh, hey, wait,
cool.
no. Storm Before the Storm. We are obligated by the company to mention it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We read it at some point. Yeah.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Hadn't I read it before the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't think. Did you reread it again?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's nothing to like talk about because there's nothing that you found that interesting, correct? Or that you really cared about that much.
I thought that what was interesting was just all the times in history where like basically just an angry mob decided what the rules were.
Oh, yeah, that's like every revolution ever. That's the coolest part of every revolution.
Yeah, it's just like if like the government or like some politician like fucked around and found it, they would find out because like either some other like powerful person would lead like his like clan out into the streets, or just like the general population would like fucking revolt and just like threaten murder and like to destroy, to like tear the whole fucking thing down, and the government would be like, okay, no, actually, no, we were wrong. The rules say we do this other thing, so yep, sorry everyone, don't worry about it. And it was that's the biggest takeaway from it.
There was so Mike Duncan, the creator of that book, as well as my favorite podcast series, Revolutions and the History of Rome, is a historiographer man, and he was at a talk.
I want to mention that I just happened to see someone retweet him, like I think just like saying lol or like laughing at someone else's tweet saying that like the grain dole was like what ended Rome or something.
Yeah.
Lol.
When he like extensively lines out about how that's not the case.
No.
And it's epic. But so I really like his stuff, and so he has a talk where he talks about this book and about like why he made it. And he made it because he he felt that it was analogous in a way to like what the current like political climate was, and I thought it was interesting. And he sort of touches that on the beginning of the book where he talks about like,
I remember him saying that like we're not living in like the end times, but like we might be living in like the lead up to the end times.
Yeah. And I thought, I thought that was interesting, and that's the sort of like that's the sort of reason why I thought it'd be a cool introductory. So this was all part of my long game, like we were talking about earlier, where it's like, dude, would have been really like Storm Before the Storm, and then he's like, hey Munchie, what other sort of things can I listen to? I'm like, haha, well Ben, you see, and then I would pull out my big long list of things that you can watch, and then we would be friends, and it'd be great. But that didn't happen.
No, it was a pipe dream.
Yeah, unfortunately, but. I also thought that you would like it because it was about current political stuff and what sort of societal unrest would lead to something.
I did like a lot of it. I just had a hard time like remembering which person had which name.
Yeah, I mean Roman names are very like everyone has like the same first name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a challenge.
Pumpkin. Ooh, I want pumpkin pie. This is so weird. This is like a mod that used to be in the game where it's like you could see recipes. Now it's like a real thing that just everyone can do. I don't know if I like it. But we don't have to talk about it.
Feel special anymore.
No, we don't have to talk about it for too long because there's no reason to talk about it. But I just want to mention it because we said that we are going to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
and
last time we said like book club.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to read it again. I read a bunch of other books instead. I read a bunch of David Graeber.
You want to talk about Graeber then?
We can talk about Graeber.
Which ones have you read so far?
I read Debt. I read the one that's got like democracy in the title.
Oh, the Democracy Movement, or the Democracy Project, or something like.
I know
you're talking
it's about him and the Wall Street.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, dude, I love that one. Was sick. I don't know what you think about that one. Okay.
That one was it wasn't as interesting as Debt.
No,
but it was
sure.
But it was like
it was very different.
It was like I felt like guilty reading it because like Occupy Wall Street was not that long ago, but like I already had like forgotten like about it.
Yeah.
It feels like ancient history, but like it like just happened, and it's like feels like something that could like very easily happen again. And I kind of feel like I should have like supported it back when it was happening.
Yeah. Well, so it was very like weird because my experience with David Graeber was not I found out after like I Google searched more about him that he was like apparently like this like anarchist anthropologist, and I had no idea. I had just got in debt because I heard it was a good book, and I read it and I was like, oh, cool book, epic. He's another book on Audible. I'll check it out. Democracy, whatever. Okay, I'll put on this. Apparently, he's like, like he was one of the creators of Occupy Wall Street, and I was like, whoa, what? I had no idea. I had no idea this was a thing. And all the coolest thing about this was like that shock of like, dude, this guy who's smart is also like a weird like political activist. That's like epic and awesome. But the coolest part about it for me was like hearing all like the weird like practical advice and like the blow by blows, like what it's like being in one of those like Occupy Wall Street like tent city sort of things, and like hearing about like the general assemblies and about how do you like run a group with like anarchist ideals that also has to have like structure in it so that it can produce anything of merit. And it was really cool about like the structures in place for like voting about the General Assembly. Like there was this long diatribe, like chapters long discussion about like how do you vote? Do you vote by like majority or do you vote by consistency? Like how do you like which do you do? When do you do it? And stuff like that. It's like interesting, cool. So like hearing like the practical advice of like someone who I respect, who's also part of this like Occupy Wall Street, which like I basically didn't even like. I had the vaguest conceptions of it. I knew like we are the 99%. That's all I knew, and it's like it was cool hearing about it. Because like it totally passed me by, totally, completely.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Same.
Whoa. What the fuck is that shit? Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh my
Wait.
god. There's fucking scary people
I don't. What do you? Where?
over there. There's a banner. You can see their banner.
What? Are they like bandits?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Oh shit! You gonna
No,
kill him?
my wolf. They killed my wolf. They killed my wolf.
No, that freak. You have to end. You have to end him. Oh my god, these guys are fucking terrifying.
I know, they're so fucking scary. I hate them.
I can't believe you killed your dog.
This is
this
is a nightmare.
You have to John Wick them.
Oh my
You ever seen
god.
John Wick?
No, I haven't. I'm too fucking scared to have media in my brain right now.
John Wick is about a man getting revenge on like a gangster organization or whatever because like they killed his dog.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. It's really good. I haven't seen 2 or 3, but I hear they're good too.
Oh god. My wolf. All I have to show for it is this ominous banner. What the fuck is this?
Cozy lodge. Are those like its ingredients?
I don't know. Can I place? Yeah, I can place it. I don't know what this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't like anything about what's going on right now.
No, you gotta bury your dog.
There's no remains. He has no remains.
You gotta pick up his meat.
He didn't drop any.
Damn it. What good is he then?
Dude, imagine if you could eat your dog after he's killed.
That would be so sick. That'd be fucking base, dude. It's like, oh boy. Fucking Dorian, he was a good boy, but like all that's left now are these like fucking mutton that he left.
Hold on, here, we're
delicious.
gonna bury the banner so that no one may ever know what has happened here. Goodbye, cruel world. I hardly knew ye.
Good job. History must forget them if this ever happens.
It's gonna be written down forever. Okay, all right, all right. Are we done here? Have we talked about Storm Before the Storm?
I think we've wound down. I think we've said all we had to say about nothing in particular.
Cool. I hope people enjoyed this for whatever reasons someone may like something.
Hey, let's fucking let's bring the energy back at the end to plug the Kickstarter.
Yeah, we should have done it at the beginning. Maybe we should
have done it at the beginning.
Maybe we should like record a thing that we put at the beginning that just is audio where we say go to the Kickstarter. But hey, well, there's a lot of things, viewers, that you can do right now after this video ends. You can go to Rowdy Frickers to Cop Killers at Twitch, and we will be streaming a tournament, a Pokemon tournament. And after that, we will be playing the Endless War route of the PCP dating sim. And then we'll be doing a fight between me and Ben where we wager our slime over a battle of slime Tassin, which will be cool.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it in that one game that we were able to do it in because it wouldn't lodge it. Jelly. And the entire time while that's going on, you're going to be able to donate to the Kickstarter, and you'll be able to get pins, and you'll be able to vote on pins.
Launching the Kickstarter today. It is going to run for a month, give or take. It's going to be pretty fucking epic. What do you want to end? Do you want to end on Friday, or do you want to end on the Sunday?
I don't think it really matters that much. We can end on Sunday if you think that will bring the most amount of people in at the end. I mean, whatever. I have no strong opinion about it one way or the other.
Let's say you want to end like Friday night.
Yeah, sure. Hey.
Okay.
Wait, what is this thing I have on? Was this always there? What is this thing on the side of my? Why do I have that?
What?
Like, there's an icon on the top
Where?
right of my screen. Do you see it on the Minecraft?
Oh, what is it?
It's like it's a face of the guy.
Is
That
it because you held the banner?
maybe I don't know. I don't know what it means, and I don't want
I
to
think
find
the
out.
I think the banner gives you buffs.
It seems like a debuff. It's got red eyes, bro.
Maybe it was too scary and it spooked you.
I think that is the case. Yes. So many bees out nowadays. Fucking bees in Minecraft. Oh, but anyway, you go to the. I don't know if we explained it properly. Like
Did
the.
we not explain it properly?
I mean,
We should say something at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. We'll explain it at the beginning, so you'll know. But just vote. Pledge. Get a pin so that you can have a vote, so that you can
Pledge to
do
get
more.
pins. If you have pins and your name on the Kickstarter is not your Endless War name, message us to be like, oh, I'm this guy. We will give you a role in Endless War that will let you have access to a room where you can vote on which additional pins. Because like we set the goal really low because we want to have like we're gonna have stretch goals that are like we're gonna make more designs, but we're gonna let you, the donors, vote on like which designs we're making.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
And
'Cause
so,
we want
if
to
you
give
want to
you what you
vote,
actually want to have.
yes, and it'll be cool, and again, it'll be designed by consensus, and it'll be epic.
Yes.
So do that, and come by and hang out on the stream and click the link and play a free text-based MMORPG playable entirely within a Discord server if you have not already done so. I hope you still like us. Goodbye.
Yeah, later, nerds.
Epic. I'm ending my life.